What?
Turn it off. Don't turn it down. Turn it off. What are you, a fucking 4-year-old?
All right, fuck. All right, hold on. Wait. All right, slide the power off.
We are live. Hello. I'm Alex. Tony's with me. Watching videos while we're recording a fucking podcast.
Oh, you know.
Nobshin's here too.
Nope.
Nope.
No, he's not.
Nobshin's not here.
I'm here.
No, he's here.
You're supposed to say something like...
No, we're not. You're supposed to say, "Oh, Nobshin, Tony, and Alex are here." Blah 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 blah.
Well, I mean, you could have said something since Tony said something.
Yeah, right.
But you're right.
Well,
you're right, Nobshin. I'm wrong.
No, I'm right.
No,
Bring that
I'm
back.
Dirty Dan. Scott will...
I guess you forgot about that.
Scott, Yeah, I did.
Game of the year.
Oh.
Greg. Greg being Greg.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, "No, I'm right." He meant to say, "No, you're right." He says, "No, I'm right."
I like that we could really, in real life, Daffy Duck Greg. Like it actually happened. Scott's going to be here. He's going to fill this seat.
He's on his way here.
Something terrible happened, apparently.
We asked where he was, and he said, "I made a bad choice." So either he got stuck in a really long food line, or he hit someone.
He probably hit a deer. No, I don't
No.
think he hit anyone.
He wouldn't say he'd be here in 5 minutes if he hit a deer.
I killed a wild animal with my bare hands.
Ow! You were on your way here.
He like stuck his hands into his car and it transformed.
I'm pretty sure like the route between my house and your house is not that hazardous. So
No, not even a lot of deer there.
there's not. You don't even catch that much air.
the weird vacuum sealed tube. Tony, how's life, man?
It's going. It's about the same as it was before. I'm doing school, so
Okay.
nothing interesting has happened. Literal nothing has happened this week.
How was that job? You told us you were working on getting a new job.
Still am.
Okay. Was it with a specific place, I guess is my question.
I don't think that there was. I don't know if you're trying to lead me to something that I talked about, but
No. You said something like I think blah, 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 new place, and then fuck the old place that you were working for because they only put you on for like one day.
yeah, that's just in general. I think.
Yeah, okay.
Fuck those guys.
Non-specific in general. I keep looking at these boxes over here.
Yeah.
No, they're Ethan's, by the way. Just put it out there.
Yeah.
And
no one knows what's in them.
No, I know what's in them. His Tandy's in 2 of them, and I don't know what's in the other 2 because I forgot. But like, obviously, he's not going to do anything about them, so I have to unpack them. I've had a week, Tony.
Have you?
Let me tell you about my week. No one takes care of this house except for me.
Sure.
That's not true. I mean, some other people clean the kitchen. Like, I come in here, Gus shit and threw up across all 3 levels.
Yeah, a little bit on each one.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And I clean it, and I'm like, I don't have time for this. If no one's cleaned it up by the time I get home from work, I'll take care of it. Of course, no one has.
Yeah.
So I cleaned it up, and I haven't scrubbed it yet because I've been stupid busy. AC filters hasn't been changed since we moved in. So, obviously, no one was going to change that, so I changed that today, which was a goddamn nightmare.
I mean, you're the goddamn asthmatic around here, so.
Apparently, I cook, I clean, I change the AC filter, and, you know, the boxes are over here, nothing's happening with them, and there's a box upstairs in the kitchen that has Derek's Keurig in it that hasn't been...
And a ton of Soylent.
And that's probably just going to stay there. I'm fine with that there. That's not too much of an eyesore.
No.
That way, if anyone asks, I'd be like, well, do you want liquid food today?
Yeah.
Do
you want to eat people?
You want to eat people? Soylent Green is people.
It is.
Soylent, questionable. May or may not be people. So I have to take care of these boxes at some point.
Yep.
And we've been living here for going on 4 months now.
More comics.
Yeah, it's more comics. Comics that Ethan has sold to someone, allegedly. Remember all those comics that he got and he's going to sell?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not a one.
Of course.
Well, he sold like little packs and boxes or whatever of them, but like he's got, you know, there's a box behind the microphone boxes over there, and people who are watching, they can see it. You can't see the box, but it's behind those 2 black boxes there. That's packed, shipped, address written on it, ready to sell comics, but Ethan didn't get the money from the guy, and then he disappeared off the face of the earth.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I got a Keyblade.
Yep.
I want to hang it up, and then I have money. I might be able to do that. This has just been up here because Brant and I put this up when we were setting up our lighting.
Good call.
And I'm probably gonna leave it up there because we're gonna shoot bonus buddy system, not bonus points. That's Roger Picorni's show. Go listen to bonus points. We're gonna shoot buddy system here, so we don't need the natural light or anything. So I'm just gonna leave that up there. Except then it gets weird dark down here. I like it weird dark, but other people don't. I'm like, well, fuck you. This is my space,
Right? I like my man cave.
Yeah. And I've got to put the drills in this table, and the AC filter basically fell apart as I took it out to replace it, because the people before us that lived here before us, they just shoved it in there. Hi, Scott. I'm talking about my week.
Scott suddenly has a backpack.
You have a bag. Come on. Scott's here.
Almost nothing.
Almost nothing. Do you have your headphones?
Yes.
Good man. You're both you both have gotten so much better about that. I appreciate it.
And now I have headphones at work.
Yeah, sure.
So
And they have a
that don't just use USB.
yeah, which is stupid. Oh hey, thanks. Scott brought me Tales of Xillia 2 back.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're in the
So
bonus
we can
content.
Use it for a little while.
We only I. Hey, you found it. That's what counts. Let me make sure everything's there. We're still in the bonus content, so you haven't missed much. It's the white thing there.
It's the white.
It's the white.
My week will pretty much be the story of what just happened.
I'm really excited about it. When you because I was using Tony's phone for stupid reasons.
Yep.
When you texted that and it popped down, I made a bad choice or I made a bad decision.
We were like, did he die?
Did Scott kill someone? But here you are. You want to get all up into this dirty thing?
All right. Oh, wait, did you just finish with your week? No, right?
No. I was.
He's in the process.
I had to go to 5 different stores looking for the right AC filter, and I still didn't find it.
So you just got A1?
I got one that is a little too small, but it's God knows it's better than the one that was shoved in there that fell apart as I took it out. And I go upstairs and I'm like, Derek, can you help me with putting the AC filter? He's like, I'm booking flights because I have to go to California for work. He said, I'll be down in 10 minutes. Never came down.
Of course. Probably still booking flights.
He's probably still booking flights, or he just fell asleep at the computer. And then I got my hair cut. So I woke up at 3 o'clock or 2:30 today because I've been working literally every day this week. Mm-hmm. So I was like, when I found out last night that I didn't have to get up this morning, I'm like, I'm going to sleep. So I woke up at 10 a.m. after like a good 9 hours of sleep. And I'm like, I can get up now. Or nah. And then I went back to bed and woke up at 2:30.
Nice.
And I'm like, oh, I have so much I need to do today. And then I left the house at 3 and I was gone until 30 minutes ago. Or 30 minutes before you got here today.
Gotcha. So like 3 hours ago.
So like no, like an hour ago. I got my hair cut. I looked at 40 different fucking stores. I had to buy Drano for our shower because it's clogged up, and Ethan just comes. He goes to his one job, goes to his other job, then comes home and sleeps or drinks or both.
Yeah.
And so like the shower, when you take a shower in our bathtub shower, it's just you're sitting ankle deep in water by the end of it. So I poured in a giant jug of Drano into it because I got paid yesterday a whole lot of money, and I was like, I need to not spend all of this in one day. I need to control myself, and I have controlled myself so far. Yeah, that was my week. I had a rough day. Other than that, yeah, I don't know.
No. You see, a rough day is when you do all that, and the Drano doesn't work.
Yeah, and the Drano doesn't work.
It all comes back up.
The shower explodes upwards. I've had my toilet explode on me, and I just started crying after that happened one day. So.
Is that one Greg did that?
No, that wasn't Greg's fault. Like, the toilet was just having a mechanism. This was actually in January. I don't know if I think I talked about it on the show, but it was a while ago. But like, the toilet mechanism got like unhooked, and then it just started shooting out water at one point. And it was after like I found out that I might not have enough money to go to school that semester, and I had to find a new place to move in like a month. And I was going crazy, and like my depression was really bad at the time. So the toilet just exploded on me. I just started crying, and then I turned off the toilet, and it was terrible. But luckily that didn't happen today.
The worst way to tell somebody if their life's pretty shitty at that moment.
Yeah, it's like, oh, toilet explodes.
Yay!
So not only do I have to use my roommate's disgusting toilet at the time, but also everything just came crumbling down. It all worked itself out, luckily. And the Drano went down the drain. I watched it, and then 15 minutes later, I poured the hot water down the drain, and it's working fine now. I'm like, today's a good day. I just had a lot of shit to do. So then, yeah, I came here and I wrote, and then Tony came over, and here we are. So I'm still wearing pants though, so there's still one thing wrong with this day. What's your story, Scott? What happened?
All right, so the decision was to go to the mall.
Okay.
So
All right.
already, it's like
Already a rough decision, questionable at best.
I was like, you know what? There's always parking somewhere by the food court, so I'll get a spot. It's not like I'm going to be locked out looking for a parking spot.
Yeah,
I'll get a spot.
it's not the middle of December, so you can probably find a spot.
So yeah, I was right. There was a spot. So I go in. I'm like, I could either. There's two places I want to eat, and everywhere in between is a no.
Yeah.
It's the Chipotle and the Five Guys over to the right, or the Five Guys and the Chick-fil-A over to the right, and then the Chipotle over to the left. I'm like, all right, you know what? Chipotle's line is always full. I'll go to the right. I go to the right. Both places are packed. I'm like,
Of course.
Of course. I go back all the way to the other side. Taco Bell was empty, and it did fist pump.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I've literally never seen anyone get the food from the Taco Bell at the mall.
Or Arby's.
Arby's.
Arby's is the
Arby's
saddest
had
place.
5 people.
That's a whole lot for Arby's.
That's a lot of people.
All right, and here's the funny part. When I get to the Chick-fil-A line, there was only 7 people there.
Okay.
For Chick-fil-A, that's
pretty
really
reasonable.
low.
Yeah.
So I
Because
go,
people
I'm like,
love
all
gay
right.
chicken. I mean, what?
Sorry, it's Chipotle.
Okay.
So I go over there. I get in the Chipotle line. I'm
Okay.
like, all right, this will be fine.
It wasn't.
and
Little did
there
you
was-
know it wasn't.
It was never fine.
They just weren't serving the carnitas, the pulled pork stuff.
Yeah, they're out of it in most of the areas around us. So.
And then I just noticed that there's just a little kid in front of me, like alone, obviously without his parents. So
Okay.
like it gets worse.
Okay.
So we go in line.
Did you look
The
at you
first
and
two
say,
people
"Are
go-
you my father?"
No,
That's
I don't
pretty
actually
bad.
talk to this kid.
Okay, good.
I want to say he was around 12.
Okay, that's pretty young.
So we go through like the first 3 people. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get a burrito. I'll scarf it down, and I'll be on the way on the show, and I'll be like 15 minutes late.
Tony and I speculated that you were at like a sit-down diner,
Yeah.
just drinking coffee slowly, looking at a newspaper. That's why you were just like, I've made a terrible decision. You were just laughing maniacally at a diner
Yeah,
table.
the terrible decision would be I was looking at New York Times instead of the Baltimore Sun.
Baltimore Suns. It's just a terrible decision waiting to happen. Okay.
So at the 4th person, they call a friend over. I'm like, all right, you know what? That's not that bad.
Yeah.
Second person does the same thing.
What? You can't do that.
Right? but hold on.
Okay.
I'm like, what? I'm like, what? Why are you? Then I turn behind me, and there's 7 other kids there. So and a parent.
Okay.
So by the
a
time,
pair. That's good.
by the time the kid was almost about to go up, the parent steps in, calls everybody else. I was like, no, you can't.
No.
Can I at least go first? And then I didn't actually say it. I probably should.
You should have. She probably would have let you.
But no. It was like, all right, there's only one other person here. He can wait. Went up and they said that. I'm like, all right, now I'm just
waiting. Upset.
Yeah.
Now I'm angry. Okay.
Then they're fighting over who gets to go first, of course.
Of course, because they're fucking animal children.
And then the person sorts the children out pretty quickly, but it's a total of 9 people who have to order.
Yeah.
which brings the total up to around 20.
Okay.
So if I knew there was going to be 20 people in that line, I'd have said, fuck it, I'll deal with a terrible subway and go.
Yeah.
But at this point, it's like, listen, I'm starving.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go jump over to that empty subway line.
No.
Nope.
I'll tell you, I was I work at the mall now, and I was going on my lunch break, and my coworker was like, I don't know if I could ever get Subway again. Every time I see it, I just think of Jared fucking little kid. I'm like, what? Jared, remember Jared, Subway Jared?
Yeah.
He's a pedophile. Of course.
Oh.
Of course. So, like, he showed me this picture of, like, Robert, who represents Quiznos.
Yeah.
And it was like, this is Robert. He didn't lose any weight or anything, but at least he didn't fuck a whole bunch of kids.
Yeah.
And so I guess Subway's ruined for me now as well. So I just wanted to share that. Well, so what, you got Chipotle?
So I was like,
After all that,
like, all right, whatever. I'm sorry, Alex.
it's okay.
I trusted the short Chipotle line that was not supposed to be there.
No, that's bullshit. You should have killed that woman then and there.
I think, like, here's the other thing. There's a lot of people at Panda Kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Panda
Like
Express.
much more than Chipotle. And I was like, that's a little weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
So, but I think everybody who walked by saw what was going on, and I was just, like, too much of it in a hurry to realize what was going on. Most people probably just saw that they had just the people just sitting there, and I heard them behind me. I didn't put it together that they had the responsible kid in the line, and then everybody else was driving the parent insane over by the seats.
Okay, yeah. Still, there should be rules of just like, no, you can't call 8 children over here. You can't just do that. You can't do that, all right, woman? You can take your kids and go to the back of the line, and you make all of them wait, and if they can't stay organized enough to wait in a fucking Chipotle line, then they shouldn't be eating Chipotle. And then you slap all of them. Don't actually do that. Although it would be funny to have like a little army of children carrying burritos. I'm just thinking about that now. So that's going to be the rest
What if
of my
they didn't
night.
know it was food?
Yeah,
They'd probably hit each other with it.
they would just start chucking it like bricks, aluminum bricks. So that was your week, Scott?
That was the last couple of hours, but you know what? Essentially,
That was everything important that happened this week.
I mean, we hung out.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
All day today.
What'd you guys do? Just be cute.
Yeah.
Did you say yes or no?
I said, "Yep."
Okay. That's good. Did you sleep until 3, Tony?
No.
Yeah, who does that?
I got up at 11.
Okay.
And then Scott was like texting me like, "Hey, you should come over in an hour." Or I don't know. He's like, "Hey, I'm coming over an hour late." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't know the plan was Scott was coming here." So then we like talked to try to figure out what was going on, and then eventually we just settled on where Scott will come over and then we'll crash your house.
Okay. My house has been officially crashed.
And then Scott was like, and then I was like, "I'll text Alex, but it's fine."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, worst case scenario, I'd just go home.
Yeah, like I just like I'm going somewhere right after this because it's 2 people's birthday, and I said I'd stop by. So, but I have work at 8 a.m. tomorrow, so I have to get up at 7.
Oh no, how terrible!
So it's not like I'm going to be there for very long. I'm just going to go there, say hi.
Oh, it is on Sunday. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, I get off a little early though. I get off at 4. So,
Okay.
So then I'll come home and take off my pants and just.
How is all the like standing around that store been for you?
It hasn't been too bad. I was kind of like doing stuff for the first time today because I'm still in training, but I have exercises that I do before work.
You got your exercises.
Because I did physical therapy for like 6 months.
Yeah.
As you guys remember. So it like tightens my nerves, which helps tighten my veins, so my blood doesn't drain in my feet
Sure.
too quickly. And I get a 15-minute break regularly and an hour lunch in the middle. So I can break off and just go lay down in Panera, in the back of Panera. Which is what I do just to get away from people.
This fucking guy is in here again.
Is that place just empty?
No, but like, I go in at 9:30 in the morning, so I get my first 15-minute break around 11:30. And so when I'm going to Panera, like it's just before lunch, and then when I get my next 15-minute break, it's like usually 4:30, so it's after lunch. So it's not as packed as it normally is. I'll get like a coffee or a smoothie, and I'll just lay in the back on the little cushion seats, the little couches, and just look at my phone, stare into the void, look at other Panera customers and judge them.
Oh, that one too heavy.
Yeah, girl. Anything you guys do?
You two should kiss.
Yeah, that's all I think about. Just look at tables with like dudes that work at the Best Buy Mobile. I'm like, you guys should make out. Have you ever wanted to say that to a Best Buy Mobile like group of people?
No.
Because I have.
I at one point in my life was one of those like Panera people who go to Panera and sit there and like do legitimate work in Panera for like 4 or 5 hours at a time.
Yeah, I would go to Starbucks. So
Panera is like you can get like sandwiches that aren't trash. So
I don't get food at Starbucks. I get coffee.
Yeah,
so.
if I were going in like the morning time, then I would go to Starbucks.
Yeah,
But
they're usually less crazy at lunch.
yeah,
So
I like that. I like the Panera in Columbia. So
I do too.
right
The one,
next to where they grow the coffee.
right next to it. The one in the mall is good too. Well, you're both here. That's cool.
Yeah,
I haven't seen Scott in a couple weeks.
right.
Yep.
Still exists.
Yep.
Yeah, he's real. Okay. We can confirm.
At least a little bit.
What did you do, Tony? How was your week?
We talked about it already.
I know, but like you talked about hanging out with Scott today.
That's it.
That's it. Nabashin, you're here.
I am.
You can say hi, Scott.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
How's your week been?
It's been okay.
No.
Oh.
Go on.
Did you have 8 children ruin it?
No.
Good.
It's just been my nephew all this week, so we had good times. Playing video games, so that's pretty sweet. Work has been not the best lately. Also, my boss lady, who I really like, she's leaving next week. She just told me this week too, because like,
Are you gonna be the new boss?
I could be, but I don't want to be.
Oh, why not?
No,
You don't like telling people what to do?
that's one of the reasons.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I feel that. Like I can
Yeah.
get that. I don't. Well, I mean, I like telling people what to do, but I always get like that buyer's remorse, that guilt afterwards.
Hey, go do this shitty thing that I don't want to do. Fuck, I should have done that.
I shouldn't have said that shit. Yeah, I think you'd be a good boss, though. I think you're very fair with your judgments in general. So,
But yeah, she's leaving, so I made her a dumb cake.
Aw.
It's
Oh
on
yeah,
my- it's-
that's who that
yeah.
was for.
yeah, my boss lady.
That cake was awesome.
It was a pretty sweet cake.
Yeah, she freaked out about it. She was extremely happy. So
Yeah, it was really cool.
I try. But yeah, there's nothing else really. I hit on a girl at Little Caesars, and she had a boyfriend, so that didn't go anywhere.
Yeah,
Um,
I feel you. I've hit on a girl and she was married, so like,
It's even worse.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's like super worse. So
especially because she should have that ring on. You should,
yeah, if like they're wearing like a ring on each finger, I get really confused. I'm like a dog who sees keys jingling. I just get distracted easily. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Now.
but yeah, there's not much been anything this week. But yeah, like since my boss lady's leaving, that's the biggest red flag of like, oh yeah, I need to like leave soonish.
It's time to pull out.
Yeah, because she's like the one who kept it stable at the most for me. So like, or at least up to this point. So now it's like, oh no, it's time to really go now. So I have to get more aggressive about finding a new job. So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe I found one just in general, full stop, but here we are. Years later.
Yeah, the years-long job search after leaving GameStop.
Wait a minute, you have to stand. You can't stand for
Technically,
how
you still
long?
work there, right?
You can't stay for how... Get out! I just want to say, put it out there for people that watch live, because YouTube Gaming launched, I can see the comments as they pop up now. So if you'd like to leave comments, I can see them. Were you gonna say something, Scott? Did you watch YouTube Gaming service?
Nope, Twitch.tv.
This is us pulled up right now.
Before that wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
And we'd read comments hours late.
Yeah. Mark Griffiths posted 8 minutes ago. All right, guys. I figured that wasn't worth reading.
All right.
Because that's all he said.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. Come on.
Should we be streaming from YouTube Gaming as far as like a gaming show, more or less?
We are live there. I don't know how to edit that stuff, so I can see if I can pull that up while somebody talks about something.
No, I was just curious. That probably would increase our viewership a lot, but it's not really all that necessary. I'll just.
Yeah, I mean, I'll keep that in mind. It's just like getting to like the manage your live whatever is not easy. I guess. It's not as easy as it should be, or at least I'm just not as familiar with that interface. But live streaming. Yeah, if you go to gaming.youtube.com/Irrational Passions, that's it. We're there. It's happening.
Yay.
Irrational Passion. Oh, let me see. Irrational Pod episode 244. Gaming, and that would be video game talk show. I'll search talk. Podcast. Sure. All right.
It's like lightning.
That's it, right? That's all our weeks, and just go right into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Cool. Do you know what? Do you know what video games you guys play?
Some Copper Gear.
What? What did you just call me? Copper Gear?
Yep.
Is that a game?
Yeah. Copper Gear Liquid.
It's a Metal Gear joke.
Metal Gear. It's funny. Roger Picorni posted a picture much like mine of like holding the Metal Gear box up to his face and saying Metal Gear, and then like he didn't notice question mark exclamation mark. So he didn't notice that I did the same thing. He DM'd me. He's like, "I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to copy off of you." I'm like, "Dude, great minds think alike."
Dude, fuck you.
And I said, "But now I do have to block you." So
Yeah.
can you talk for me?
Yep. Do I need to talk more?
No, it's fine. Sure. Good enough, Scott. All right, I'm ready to go, Notion.
Okay.
On 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It is done.
It is done. It is iced. So
when are we making it official that like Evan and Greg are just fucking off the show?
Well, Greg, I would always call auxiliary host just to make him feel bad about life. No, I didn't do that because he was never on regularly. I don't know what the fuck to say to Evan.
Right?
I still haven't. Hold on. I'm gonna text Evan right now.
No, call him.
All right, let's call him. This will be part of the bonus content. Oh, yeah, of course he's not gonna be in my recent messages. But he's not like I fucking talked to Evan anytime recently.
All right, well, while you're pulling that up, you know what the sad part about me and last week's file was?
What?
It was in an MP3 format, ready to go. Night of.
I'm sure it was.
I did it right after the show.
Dun, 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 dun. He's not even gonna answer.
Oh no, he knows. He's watching.
He's watching us. He's one of the 2 viewers.
Wolf's voicemail. Please leave a message after the beep.
He sounds so stoic.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Evan, this is your friends calling. We just want to know that you're okay. Just come home, Evan! Come home, we miss you!
That's gonna hurt his ears.
Good. That fucker can't even tell us that he's not going to be on the show. I figured you guys knew that I wasn't going to be on. That's why I didn't say anything ever. Alright, hold on. We got an email. Someone told me, so I'm going to see if it came through. Yep. Justin. Okay. Somebody said I look good. My haircut looks good.
Good.
Thanks, Caleb.
Did I don't even
Oh.
am I allowed to say where you're working now?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Did
so,
said place where you're employed be like, yo, your hair's a piece of shit. Go
No.
get it cut.
No, I want to get a haircut.
Oh, okay.
the only other thing that happened to me this week is I saw Grant at school.
Oh, was more than I've ever seen him. No, I saw him when I was going to register for classes once. So. No, I got my haircut of my own volition. So it was getting too long. I did not want it to get cut this short though, but it's growing on me.
All right.
All right. It's cool. All my coworkers have tattoos, like almost all of them.
So you need to get a tattoo was what you're saying.
I mean, I will at some point, but I'm in no rush.
Yeah.
Every time I post a picture of me, Ethan, and Damien, I'm like, yeah, here are my friends. Like, where's the fuck's your nose piercing? Because they both have, like, fucking
Face stuff.
face stuff, facials.
Yeah.
Face stuff.
Just wear the wizard hat with a fake beard.
Yeah, that's the Gandalf hat.
From now on, whenever you take a picture with both of them, tell them you have to put that hat on.
I look super classy. All right, let's get this party started. Oh, don't mention where I work, I guess, like in this episode, since we are going to bring it up a little bit.
Yeah, you got it.
Never mind.
What? Go
I
ahead.
thought we went over this.
Can we just like
No, I
assign
just-
it a random like?
Because it's in the
other,
news.
Yeah, yeah,
I work
that.
I work
Okay.
for I work for the CIA.
yeah. Can we just like pretend that you work at Wendy's?
No. I wouldn't want to.
Let's just call it the door shop.
I wouldn't want to misinterpret or misrepresent Wendy's.
Just let's call it the door shop.
No, let's just not call it anything. You ready? Are you two
Well, if
ready?
you don't call it something, people are gonna find out what it is.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
They'll just find me in real life. All right.
Yeah.
Cough.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you. That's what I was like. What comes next? Sorry, that was so close to you, Scott. It is Saturday, September 12th, 2015, and you are listening to the Irrational Passions podcast. I'm your host, Alex O'Neill, and with me this week, I have Scott Guthier,
Hello.
Tony Horvath,
Hello.
Brian Nabushin Jackson.
Huh?
And we are the hosts of Irrational Passions podcast, and we are bringing you... Stop watching a video. I can tell that you two are watching something on the iPad. Like, I can see that. Or you could just, like, pay attention.
I am doing both. All right, listen.
Oh!
You gonna buy me a new one?
Yeah, because it's for sure broken now. This is a Irrational Passions podcast. We're a podcast about video games.
Yeah.
I guess you're watching a video about video games.
Technically, it's a live stream.
Oh, it's a live Great. I'm glad that you're super invested right now.
Hey, it's finals weekend.
Sure. Tony and Scott are at my house.
No.
We invaded your place of residence.
Yeah, it was like Dark Souls. You invaded. You can't actually leave until you kill me or I kill you.
You defeated.
You defeated.
Nope, there is the Dark Returning Circle thing.
The Dark
You
Return.
drop all your souls and you leave to go to your world.
If this was Dark Souls 3, we'd have to like do one of those weird tribute things where we stab a sword into a dude and then make him a bonfire. I think that's
Or
how
a
that game
fountain.
works.
Oh.
Or a fountain. Did you say a fountain?
I said fountain.
Okay. We got a good show lined up for you. As
Yeah.
always,
Uh-huh.
we're going to talk about Metal Gear Solid.
Okay.
You guys are going to talk about Hearthstone.
Probably.
We're going to talk about the news.
No comment.
No comment. Persona 5 is going to be at TGS in just 7 days. 1 week from today.
For a second, I thought you said Persona 5 was going to be a TCG, and I was like, wait.
TCG.
Trading card game?
Yeah, that's where I thought
Wait
you were
a
going for
second.
it. I was like, what?
TGS.
I was like, whoa, what?
There could be a Kingdom Hearts 2.9.
Whoa. More,
No.
more not 3
No.
Kingdom Hearts.
We've got a voicemail and an email. It's going to be a great show. And Tony is going to close out this show with the most incredible
Oh, yeah.
closing topic that has ever been
You
heard.
shouldn't really hype it up that much.
Do you have one?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you think about it at all before I just brought it
So
up?
yes, and I decided on what it was going to be, and then I forgot, and I forgot like completely that it was happening. And now that you've reminded me, I'm struggling to remember what it was by the time we finish the show.
Okay. You've got like 2 hours.
So like, if we get to the end of the show and I still haven't figured out what it is, it's going to be a lot of improv.
Okay, good. Well, you know, you're pretty good with the improv sometimes.
Sometimes.
So let's get right into it. House cleaning. Nothing went up on the website.
Great.
The podcast went up, of course. I'm trying to think. I'm working on a review for Pixelkin,
Okay.
which I'm really excited about. It's my first paid review, so that'll be up soon. That's it. That's it. Unless you do you guys have any house cleaning? Anything go up on your?
I cleaned my house a little bit today.
I cleaned my house too.
I cleaned my house today.
We talked about it in the bonus content.
Yeah.
Remember, you can always watch the video version of this. You can see Tony and Scott's beautiful faces.
Well, kind of. I've got like some bars in front of me.
No, they can see you.
Yeah, they can see you fine.
They
I'm
can't
the
see
one who's-
Scott
yeah,
because
hold on. Yeah,
Yeah, Scott hid like his
Wait.
entire.
No, look at
face.
Scott's face. All right, take it in. All right.
Yeah, Scott likes to put his entire face behind the pop filter.
So if you're watching the video version, you could have just seen Scott right there. So that's youtube.com/irrationalpassions, and of course, Brant's playing Donkey Kong 64. I'm almost done. Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door.
I'm excited for the beginning of Omega Quintet.
Omega. That's next year.
Yeah.
I believe that's the plan. I am in the final dungeon of Paper Mario in the 1,000 Year Door right now, I believe. Oh shit! Did the finale go up this week? No, it
No,
didn't.
it did not.
It didn't. You would know, Scott.
I would know.
He's an avid viewer of my Paper Mario Let's Play.
Actually, I dropped off, but I still get the notification
Actually.
messages.
Actually. So yeah, so next week is the last week, episode 80. It's an hour and 40 minutes finale, or an hour and 20-minute finale. So have that to look forward to, I guess, if you're into that. Let's talk about video games.
All right.
I'll go first.
Okay, do it.
I will say, full disclosure, my friend Graham, who I met at PAX East a few years ago, put out an app, a game on the App Store. It's on iOS and Google Play, I believe. I know it's for sure on iOS. It's called Hectocube, and he sent me a code, so I decided to check it out. It's pretty cool. It's very simple. So you're looking at your device vertically, right? So in landscape, in portrait mode. And there's a cube in the middle, right? And there are two like goalposts on either side. So it plays out kind of like air hockey. So you can tap on the screen, and a little block will shoot up from wherever you tap on your screen from your half, right? And you can use both fingers, so you can just tap a whole bunch, and you can charge to shoot a bigger block, right? And you want to bounce the cube into the other opponent's goal, and their goal will move around and get smaller and smaller every time you bounce in until you get, I think it's 5 times, hit their goal 5 times, and it gets really small at the end. And then you win.
Cool.
So you can hold it with another person and play it that way. If you want to do like local versus, I think they have online versus as well, or locally versus. Yeah, it's cool. It's really simple. It's got really cool music. So I think it's $1. So it's not too expensive. I figure I'd bring it up since he did send me a code and I did check it out.
Yeah.
And it's pretty quick, so you'll just blow through the matches really quick. It's got good music. That's what I took away from it. But it is not like a super deep game, but I liked it. So check that out,
Yeah.
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And the only other thing is Metal Gear Solid 5. I decided to go first since I've only been playing 2 things.
Sure.
What about Pixel King?
That game I just got today, so
Oh, okay.
I haven't, or I got last night, and I was busy all day today, so I haven't dived into that. So my review should be done by next week, and it'll probably be up the week after. That's I'm trying to remember the name. It's like Guild of Dungeons.
Guild of Dungeoneering.
Not Guild of Dungeoneering.
Oh, wow. Very similar named game.
It's a Xbox Live. It's on Xbox One. It's a roguelike. So when my editor sent it to me, I'm like, yeah, I'd probably like this. So that's going to be, they're called mini reviews on Pixelkin, so it's like 500 words or less, so it'll be nice and easy to read when that goes up. But I'll talk about that more next week since I'll have finished it, hopefully. Yeah. But yeah, Metal Gear Solid 5. Yo, dog. Played a lot more of that this week. And you did too, Nobshin, correct? Today. You waited until today, right? So you told me you're 33 hours in.
Yeah.
And I am about 43, 44 hours in. I think it was 20 last week, so I'm hitting a nice stride with it. I will say last Sunday, I had to get up from up, which I did.
Yeah.
And I might have played the game, the entire first half of that show. Because I didn't have anything to say. I hadn't watched any anime. I talked during the discussion about the Digimon movie, which was great. I watched it after last week's show.
And it was good?
That movie holds up in a weird way. Like, have you watched it at all recently, Nobshin?
Recently?
The Digimon?
Maybe like 10 years ago. But I watched it so many times that I know it like by heart, more or less.
Yeah, it's weirdly well localized, but also like poorly localized. So it's like
That's how it was back then.
I know it was like such a flashback to how like anime was localized back then, of just like we should like at one point like their internet goes down. It's like we should call the principal or Bill Gates, and I'm like, wow, this was a fucking on point reference in the year 2000. But now it just does not hold up. But that was good. Then I played Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
I played it all of Sunday. I didn't put on pants. I didn't leave the house. It was fucking great.
Did you put on socks?
Fuck no, man.
Should have had one sock on.
Just one dirty sock on. Evan texted me and said, "At work, what's up?" I'm not going to respond. We called him before the show just to see if he was still alive. So he's still alive, I think, unless someone took his phone.
His phone at least is on.
Yeah, his phone is on, and someone has texted me from it. But he used the @ symbol instead of the word "at," so it's probably Evan. I can say confidently. So I played a whole bunch more Metal Gear Solid 5. I think I'm nearing the end of the ending in that game. Apparently, like the credits roll, but like it keeps going after that, kind of like Batman Arkham Knight. I'm at the point, like I'm on mission 27 or whatever, where kind of like time is of the essence. So after I put it down, I was going to play it yesterday or today, but I decided not to because I just wanted to play it when I had time. So that'll be tomorrow night.
That was all day today for me. I didn't have time any other time.
So has your opinion evolved or changed at all, Nobshin? I'm curious.
I don't even remember what my opinion was last week.
You
Do
liked
remember?
it. We were both conflicted.
Oh yeah. Now I remember. Yeah, I still love playing that game. Like I said, when I'm in it. That's probably like pretty much last week when I played it all day, and today when I played it all day. It's like, is this something I just want to dedicate the entire day to instead of like little spurts and bits of it? Because I know I want to get deep into it. Mm-hmm. But then I have like other games I wanted to play, so it was like I'll just wait till I'm off a day at work, and then I'll just dedicate it to just playing that game, and that's pretty much what I've been doing, and it's been great. Every moment's been great.
Yeah, I've come to a place with it where like I think there's enough story in that game. I don't think it's not too little story or whatever. Like I saw some people tweeting, and of course, dangerous game I'm playing right now. Tweeting like I hear it seems like Metal Gear Solid 5 is 40 missions of filler and like one big cutscene, or like only one real cutscene. And I'm like, that's not it at all.
No, I will say though the story is just really spread out. It's a little too spread out for me, but I still enjoy what I play of it.
Yeah, for me it is. It's spread out the right way, like the right amount, because it is. I'm 40 hours in, and probably in the next 10 or so hours I'll finish it. And the story will keep going. There will be stuff after the credits that I can do, and so there will be more story. I'm expecting maybe at 60 hours I'll completely finish the game, and then I'll just keep playing it, and there might be more character related stuff after that. That's kind of what I've been getting from Greg Miller, because he just posted that he's 93 hours in today, and he says he's still going strong.
To be fair, the way I've been playing it too, it's more of I've been doing the side missions a lot. I finally got my Fulton to the level where I can do tanks and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so.
and it's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I did that, and I got quiet as my buddy. That's pretty much where I'm at as far as story wise. So that's probably not that much at all.
Yeah, I got D-Dog, Quiet, and the Walker, which are the last three buddies, all right back to back. So it was weird because you have D-Horse, the horse, which is the first buddy, for the first long time, and I was expecting them to kind of space it out a little bit more, but I guess just because of what I was doing, how I was doing the side missions, I got everyone else right at the same time, which was kind of disappointing. But I just used Quiet, only Quiet ever. Fuck everyone else. D-Dog's cool. D-Dog's awesome.
I just got raised Quiet up to the point where she's more usable, or more usable for the way I play, as far as tranks and stuff like that. Because D-Dog is just way too good right now. Yeah,
they're both way too useful, but Quiet augments how I play really, really well. But so I got to that point, and I don't know, the story is really spaced out, but it's spaced out so that you don't just finish it and then it's over and then you're just doing side ops and then that's it. No more dialogue. That's it. You're just kind of just open world grinding, I guess. No, it's not like that. You always have something to look forward to. I don't like that. Even if it's small, or if it's you'll get scenes back to back to back, and it's good. It's really interesting. It's compelling me a lot forward, and I've seen a lot more, and I'm really, really in.
Is Snake talking more?
Yeah, he talks a lot more than I thought he would. I'll say.
Okay.
He talks in every cutscene that I've seen, and. There are times where I come back to Mother Base. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a weird thing where Snake doesn't talk, but no, he'll say a few things, or sometimes you'll get cutscenes mid mission, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be a scene where Snake doesn't talk, no Kiefer, but no, he'll say a few things as well. He usually talks less than Kaz or Ocelot, but they feel very info dumpy. Which they've done before in Metal Gear Solid, but he'll still talk a lot. He'll ask them questions. He'll want to know more about situations going on, and I like that. There was a scene with Quiet where she was having trouble with someone else on Mother Base, and I was like, he's not going to say anything to this. But no, it led to a very interesting interaction between him and Ocelot and everything. So I don't know. It seems really well evened out, and there's a lot of Kiefer Sutherland in this game. A lot. If you're expecting barely any, there will be a lot for you. So my expectation was set right. But I think it's a healthy amount. It's not less than any other kind of protagonist. It's just there's most of the dialogue is when you're going up to a base for a mission, Kaz will tell you a little bit about what you're trying to do, and it's always someone giving you some kind of briefing. And that's why it seems there's less of him by comparison, because there is, but it's differently formatted, so he doesn't need to talk as much. So it's a different thing. It's hard to compare this to other Metal Gear games because it's just a differently formatted game. Full stop. I don't know. I've played a lot more. I use Quiet now. I've got her fully leveled up, and I'll say so you have relationships that you build with different characters, right? So D-Dog and you will get closer. I don't know if he acts any different around you. He might. But with Quiet, before, she's very cold just in general.
Like when you try to talk to her, you say quiet, and she just goes, just grunts at you.
Yeah, she'll like look at you, and then she'll just look. Or like when you're sitting in a helicopter, you can first person mode and look at her, and she'll like if you're coming into a mission, she'll give you a look, and then just like kind of look away,
Okay.
not like disgusted or annoyed or anything, but just like she's just she's like, we're just two soldiers fighting. And now, like, with me at 100%, like, before a mission, she'll look at me, like, give me a nod and a small smile, and then we'll go in. And, like, that's a really, really subtle change. But it feels like, there's a bond there by the battlefield. And, like, if I'm looking at her through my binoculars and I say, quiet, she'll look at me, smile, and give me a thumbs up.
Okay.
And then go back to looking at
I was actually trying to do that, and I couldn't get that to happen. Because, I just started with her, so I was like,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I don't know. It felt really awesome when that stuff happened because it feels like we're buddies now, and like the weird where it gets weird is like when you're looking at her in first person, like in the copter. Like now she'll like lighten up. She'll fiddle her thumbs or she'll like stretch like across the helicopter.
Oh shit!
But, yeah. So she relaxes a whole bunch.
That's good.
But where it gets weird is like where she'll come up and like hang on the helicopter, look at you, smile, and then go back and then shake her ass at you.
Yeah. And
I'm like, okay, well, I mean, sure. I like it in the way that, like, oh, she's like flirting with Big Boss. There's like a bond there. But, I try not to think of it as, oh, this is just like a weird, gross thing, even though that's kind of what it is. But, like, I like Quiet just as, like, this character that subtly becomes something as opposed to a blank slate. She has quirks and stuff. She has a personality that comes across in her actions. So, like, she'll act differently when I come visit her in her cell on Mother Base now, too.
Oh, that's good. Because the whole, like, just laying down, it's like, oh, come on, just do something. Like, I like the music, but, like, I thought you'd be, like, more
Yeah, she'll come up and
whatever.
look at me and smile, and then, like, walk around and then go back to laying down now if I visit her.
Okay.
So, and I've got the bond at 100%. So, it's cool. And apparently you can get it up where you can customize her and like put clothes on her if you really want to. So, but she's cool. She hums. She mutters like she doesn't talk, but she mutters more to me now. When I asked her to do things, also, which again, it's a very very subtle change, but it feels like she's giving you more interaction on purpose because she trusts you more, and that's a good feeling. So I like Quiet. I haven't used D-Walker at all.
I haven't either.
Like, you can upgrade him so he's like really stealthy and quiet, but like I just like that's not that I infiltrate missions really, really, really slow. Like I'm super slow. And like I'll even do the fucking crazy person thing where I'll look at guard patterns and then I'll smoke the fucking phantom cigar and wait for like a shift to see how the shift changes, and then I'll try and go through without anyone ever seeing me.
Yeah, and I just like having more bond with like D-Dog and Quiet more than I would like having with a machine, honestly. So
Yeah, and D-Horse just poops for you, so
whatever, that poop's awesome.
that poop is awesome.
Everybody has to tweet about that apparently. Every time like I got the deprecation shit, so everybody tweets about that. Like, yeah, game of the year.
Yeah, so like for you guys, you can get like vocal cues to your buddies who are on the field with you, and one for D-Horse is "do it," and then he shits.
I like that it's do it.
Yeah, it's "do it," and in parentheses it says "defecate."
Oh,
I'm not even kidding. Like that's what the game says.
that's pretty good.
And Big Boss is like, "Do it." It's like okay, and then he just starts pooping. So I'll do that while I'm running sometimes.
Have you actually seen like a car swerve out of the way? When you do
No. Oh, I got to do that.
What you should do, you should knock somebody out and just like drag him by D-Horse and just say do it. Like, just poop on his face.
That's awesome. But yeah, once Quiet gets the silenced Trank Sniper, it's game over. It's whatever. She'll just take down a whole base for you if you want. I'll just roll through and I'll vault on everyone, send her on to the next one, because her silencer never expires. So I unlock the forward operating base stuff. So like when you get to like mission 22 or whatever, and it's like an example. Like this is what it's like when somebody invades your base. And it's like, oh, okay. And after that point, you can make the online bases that people can invade.
Too bad the online don't work, bro.
Yeah, the online, you'll just disconnect from the server constantly. It's so, but like that's the stuff you have to pay for, and it's really expensive to get. So the first forward operating base is free. All the other ones you have to pay for, and they're all very, very expensive. But it raises the capacity of your mother base, so you can level up your research teams and all that stuff. So it's kind of like, at least that first one is necessary. And they upgrade like mother base does. So it's you each can have 4 platforms of each type, and then you can upgrade all of them to 4. So the first one's free, so you have to buy coins, mother base coins, to get more forward operating bases, and that's where the microtransactions come in. I don't think you ever need more than one, but if you wanted to just make all the metagame go faster, you could. And like it's kind of similar to XCOM for your 2 comparison of just like, once you folded enough people, like, all right, this platform is upgraded so they can hold 75 people. So then if like they're all A rank, your research platform will be like level 35, and then you can research up to a certain point. So getting a whole other base means you can have an additional 75 of that type. So I don't know. It's like, it's weird. Like, no one's invaded me or anything, but and I'm not too worried about it. But I was worried. It felt kind of cheap to just do that. But you know, I'm trying out all the different things. I started working on my Metal Gear Solid 5 review today, and that's going to be probably one of the hardest things I'll have to write, just because like encompassing everything that makes this game special is impossible, I think. Because like I tweeted at this earlier this week, I'm like, this may be like one of the best games ever made, and it's hard to convey why that is. It's just such a polished, well-made, detailed experience in a way that like this is like the Last of Us of open world games, right? Like Last of Us is like your story, single player driven game, and it's incredibly well polished. It's incredibly well made. It's one of the best of those very, very linear games that you can ever play. And this is like that, but on the open world scale, where you've got all this stuff. And it's just like being well made gets you so many points. And like I've never had a frame rate hitch. You know, I've never had screen tearing. It's always been a smooth 60 on a console without like a single problem. Like that never happens in an open world game, especially. So it's hard to convey why this game is as good as it is. I don't know if you
know
agree.
what, you saying that like that, you know, that normal open world jank. I just realized that I've never even seen that. Not even once.
That's not in the formula for this game. There's no normal open world jank. Like you look at Skyrim, it's like, oh, this guy's fucking just flew up into the sky, or this giant threw his club down and the guy goes flying. Like that, there's no...
You jump off a building in Assassin's Creed, land on a piece of cloth you didn't know was actually there, and you fly into space.
Yeah, and you fly into space. Like that doesn't exist in Metal Gear. Like everything works the way it should, and it's seamless, and you feel invested in the world because of that. Like it's just responsive controls. The mechanics and the systems that they lay out work. Like, oh, this guy has fucking night vision goggles on, so even in the night, he can see you from very far away. It's like, oh, you got to be kind of wary of this, and like that always works. Like that never doesn't work. It's just, it's so weird to have an open world game that well made. It's never happened before, I don't think. Not like this, at least. Not on this scale. So it's just like and it's crazy. It's weird. Like you get these teams. It's like, oh, there are too many people with helmets on the field, so let me send my team of dudes to go invade the helmet factory and blow it up, so that then there are less people on the field with helmets. It's like you can do that.
Fuck helmets.
Yeah, fuck helmets. They really fuck up my headshots. Quiet hates them.
Yeah.
So yeah. Like that's just, it's so hard to convey that, but you know what I mean, right, Nabishin?
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, I wrote like some impressions earlier this week, and that's what I tried to get across. Is just like, it's so polished. It's so polished. Like there are 2 giant sandboxes that I have access to, and everything works perfectly. And like they're the only like visual thing is like there is some draw distance pop in, but like even that doesn't bother me. So I don't know. It's weird. It's crazy. I like it a lot. Anything else you want to add, and we can move on, Option?
Just that more about the story. It's just like like I just got to the part, or well, like, this was last week when I did this actually, but like like when I got to the part where D Walker gets introduced and all that other stuff, was like like when that that whole scene with that, like I was like just really pumped and really excited just to like see that and like where they were going with it. And then, like 5 hours later, and then I get the next story beat, and like that's still just somewhat of an annoyance to me, but like I still enjoy it because I feel like the story's really really good. It's just I just want more of it. But it's 100% my fault. Obviously, like I'm doing side missions. I'm not doing the fucking main story stuff because I want to get more prepared, and it's totally my fault. So it was more my doing than it's the game's doing for that situation at least. But like I don't know. Maybe I'll get better at that now.
Like I've been playing for like 4-hour to 5-hour sessions every night. So I was like, okay, goal is maybe 1 or 2 story missions and 6 side ups. So I'll go do 3 side-ups, a mission, 3 side-ups, end the night with a mission, go to bed. So, like, I have, like, kind of this plan in mind. And it's more abstract than that. Like, I'll just do however much I want to do. And at some point, you'll, like, stop getting story missions. Like, all right, now you have a priority side-up that you have to go do. And that'll usually lead right into a mission. So I know I can wait to do that. I don't know. It's cool. It gives you a bit more control of how you want the game to be paced. So if you want to be really overpowered, you can do all the side ups that you can do always, and then missions, and then you'll just be really set. Or you can, like, I'm a little underpowered for where I am in the game, so like I've not been faulting as many guys, I guess, as I should, but now there are way more A+ guys, so I'm like happy that I kind of waited. But like I said, there's a thing happening on Mother Base right now, so it's like I need to kind of just power through the next few story missions, I think, and then I'll not have to worry about time in the back of my head, like running out of time or anything. So, yeah, I like it. There are sections of the game where you'll get big chunks of cutscene to cutscene to cutscene. So, I do like that. So there's like this thing called the iDroid, which is like a little hologram projector that shows like your map. And there's also an e-cigar that Big Boss smokes that lets time pass. So, like, you'll get this really in-depth cutscene, very serious about child soldiers. And then it'll cut to Big Boss lighting his fake cigar with a fake fire from his iDroid. And then, like, it'll just play this weird music in the background and time will start going by really quickly. I'm like, this game is amazing. It's just like a grown man fake lighting a fake cigar. And I'm like, oh, yes. So there's still like a little bit of that in the cutscenes. So I appreciate that. Mark Griffiths wants to know if there's any chance of a Metal Gear Solid 5 spoiler cast. I think absolutely. I've been approached by 2 people about it already.
I'd do it.
Yeah, I mean, you play it.
I'll host it. Shit.
No.
All right.
I think chances are high of that. I do want to do an Until Dawn spoiler cast as well. We'll see what happens. It's going to be a while, I think. Like a couple of weeks at least until we even start scheduling it. Just because I'm slow burning this game hardcore. And I want it to last me a while. After I've finished the story.
Until your birthday.
Yeah, there you go. Until my birthday. Hashtag Tales of Zillia 2 spoiler cast. Or Tales of Zillia spoiler cast.
No, there's Easter egg stuff when it's your birthday.
Oh, yeah, when it's your birthday. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is either. I just know that there's something on your birthday. So.
Yeah. It's probably something on Mother Base, something stupid. But, yeah, well, there will be one, I think. The Batman Arkham Knight spoiler cast was really well received, and I'd like to do something like that. So we'll see. Hang tight.
We'll do more Greg Miller.
I was definitely the person that approached me about doing it was Sean Pitts, and he was interested in getting Greg Miller on that show. So we'll see.
He'll bring the Peace Walker love.
Yeah, he will. It's not like I don't like Peace Walker.
I know.
Hey, I played it all the way to the point where you unlock the Metal Gear Zeke fight. So
Hey, I played it before it was fucking cool.
true enough. So yes, I'll say yes. There will be a Metal Gear Solid 5 spoiler cast. In what capacity? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. All right. How about you guys talk about your video game? Scott, you want to go?
First,
Sure.
you're going to be disappointed.
Not necessarily.
Well,
Tony
that was the
already.
disappointment.
Tony prepped me for disappointment. So.
Yep.
Oh well, no. You see, there's no Kingdom Hearts this week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
That's why I knew Scott was going.
Okay. I didn't. I thought you were gonna be like, I played WoW. I'm like, I don't care.
No. What?
I am sad.
Why would I do that?
Yeah.
You couldn't even keep a straight face when you said that.
Alex is gonna come play WoW, and he's gonna be a demon hunter. He's gonna double jump all day.
The Demon Hunter. Is that even a WoW class?
New class is coming out with the next
I
expansion.
thought there was like the Legion or whatever.
Legion is the name of the expansion.
Sure.
The new class is the demon hunter.
Okay.
It can double jump.
Really?
Yep.
That seems unnecessary since you can pop a flying.
You can
mount
also dash.
literally all the time.
So it's like the best part about monks is that they could roll. So now these guys can kind of still roll with the dash and double jump.
Is it like the fucking quick run versus dodge roll in Kingdom Hearts 2?
No,
I wouldn't know.
Where the dash is just stupid and unnecessary?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I haven't played the
The
class
dash
yet.
also doesn't give you invincibility frames. However, the dash, I don't know if you can even use both of them at the same
You can.
time.
It's a hold square to dash, tap square to dodge roll.
Okay,
and
then I need to get dash then.
the
because-
dash does give you invincibility frames at the beginning, but not at the end.
right, but it takes you a lot further.
Yeah, it takes you a lot
And
further.
Sometimes,
It's just
when you're dodge rolling to move away.
Yeah,
Then quick dash is going to be better. For
yeah. It's
But don't you come into a quick stop after you do the quick dash? Like,
The-
a full stop. That's what I mean to say.
the thing about the dash is it has a long recovery at the end, and you're really vulnerable when you're doing it. But when you're fighting Terra in Kingdom Hearts 2, he has one of these moves where he locks you in this little prism, and he'll seal either your attack or your magic away,
right?
which sucks, and you can quick dash out of that. Luckily, on the run where I beat him, that didn't happen. And his pattern is randomly generated. It sucks. So you can never get too comfortable with that fight. You have to know literally everything he can do. You're going to like it a lot. That's what I'm saying.
I'm used to playing matches like that.
Yeah.
Because Hearthstone is like that.
Yeah, speaking of Hearthstone,
Uh-huh.
Yehinga Dinger,
Sure.
you guys have been playing a whole bunch. You played it all day today, right?
For the most part, yeah.
Together in the same room.
We tried to battle ships, and then there was a lot of complications.
Battleships?
Yep.
You want to talk about that first?
Sure.
Did you play Battleship?
No, we
Yes,
were
we did.
playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Battleships.
Yeah, Battleships, the video game. Starring Liam Neeson. That was a deep pull.
The Brigadier.
Yeah, it's the Brigadier. Okay.
You just got a
So I don't
Liam
know.
Neeson face on the front of the
On the front of the boat.
like a.
But it's
What is it
it's
called?
Qui-Gon and Liam Neeson. Somebody's going to think these jokes are funny. Other than Scott.
Someone.
Okay. So you played Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
Yeah. We tried to go on to like fight ships, and then I like just so happened to like been most of the way through like a really long stealth mission, and then I left my like PlayStation to go to sleep, and then I woke up and it had like turned itself off for some reason.
Yeah, it'll do that if it's
And so
set up in the
instead of checkpointing me, it put me all the way back at the start, and it wasn't one where I could just like leave and come back later. So we had to go through that. Like I was trying to do it really quick, and then I found out that
It's a 4-hour-long mission.
there were prisoners that if anyone saw you, they'd start to kill them.
Yeah.
And if they killed 5 of them, you had to restart. So we kept like, because the beginning you can literally just run up to the people, even though there's like 5 other people like right next to them, and kill them, and then run to the next one and kill them, and they'll never see you. So and we ended up having to go through it like 4 times because like I'd keep like getting to one point and then not knowing how to get all of the watchtower people gone, and then like randomly like, all right, I could probably kill this guard. Oh nope, they saw me. All my guys are dead. So then we found out what berserk darts do, and then we won. So after that, we went and we fought a ship, and we killed them, and yeah, it's good. I don't know. I've been playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag this week.
Okay.
So yeah, you know
do
how
you like the game?
It's all right.
You know how in
I
that
don't
game-
dislike it as much as I thought I would.
you know how that game's kind of supposed to be played stealthily because like assassin.
Yeah.
We found out today that that's
Yeah, they didn't add a crouch walk until fucking Unity, the worst of all the games.
well, there's that. But he was literally sprinting into the backs of the enemies to take them down, and sometimes he was just kicking them off the cliff, and
Yeah,
they'd
it's pretty
land
funny.
perfectly in vision range, but they wouldn't like turn to see him. They had to be looking at him as he was landing to do anything.
That's weird.
And then they have to wait until and then they do that. they do not react to sound one bit, except for the whistle.
Also, you can sprint right towards someone, and then just like they'll do that like notice you thing, like, huh? And then you
And then you can duck
dive
into a bush.
into a bush, and they immediately forget about you.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's super. It's like their red thing goes to yellow, and then they're like, "Oh, I should look in that bush. Something might have just gone in there. Maybe the assassin that was just sprinting towards me."
Yeah, God knows.
And then they're like,
have you figured this shit out yet? Gee, I'm trying to kill you.
and I was talking to Scott, and I was like, "Look, in the middle of this stealth mission, there's another viewpoint, another synchronized point you have to climb up. There's so many in that game. I think there are more viewpoints in that game than I've ever seen.
Well, I mean, like, it's spaced out. Like, the map in that game is absurd.
Oh yeah, it's huge. But I just thought it was kind of silly that in the middle of the stealth mission there was a synchronized point.
Yeah. Well, Assassin's Creed does some things not as smart as maybe they should.
I mean, it's
As
a
smart
good,
as Metal Gear 5 does, right? You know,
Yeah.
let's just throw that out there. Throw them under the bus.
Yeah. Well,
More like a tank at this point.
Metal Gear Solid 5, Metal Gear Solid Side is a little broken as far as being so good.
so good.
All right, let's talk about the shenanigans we did in Hearthstone.
Okay.
All right, take it away, Scott.
All right, so you know how Tony has a lot of legendary cards?
I have like everything.
Yep.
We're getting some weird feedback. Nabishin says when you talk, Tony.
What?
So can you just try talking for me for a few minutes or for a second or so?
Okay. What are we talking about?
I don't know. I'm just trying to see.
Hearthstone.
You still have that stream up?
No, they went down for like there's like having technical issues. So
Oh.
one of
Control
the,
Warrior lose?
I don't know.
Just
it.
it's not coming up in the recording, so it should be fine.
Or
Patron
Warrior?
Is it coming up for you, Nabishin, or in the video that you're watching?
And I guess the video that I'm watching, because like it's just like when Tony talks, sometimes it does a for like maybe like 2 seconds and then it stops.
Weird.
What is that?
I'm a robot.
I'll adjust something. You guys talk about Hearthstone.
Okay.
Okay.
So, basically, we decided to make a deck that was just chock full of legendaries and see how well it went.
Yep.
So, the deck curve was I had a bunch of 1s, a bunch of 2s, then a bunch of 7+.
Yep.
Pretty much nothing between, maybe a couple 6s.
So yes, Scott was like, I was like, Scott, like look at this. He was looking at all the legendaries, and he saw one that's like really bad that replaces your hero with another hero. And I was like, oh, if you want to play the hero that's good at doing that, then play a warlock, because you can play Jiraxis, who's actually good at replace. Like it's actually good to be Jiraxis. It's really really bad to turn into Ragnaros. So we did that, and he just went through, and we just typed legendary into the search bar, pulled up all the legendaries that I had, and he just put in like 22 legendaries that he thought were funny, and then like the other 8 cards were like 2 summoning portals, which are terrible, and like other like decent cards like dark bombs and something else, and void callers. And so anyway, then we went to play. Scott, like the games were so terrible, it was like super cancerous to watch.
Like the funniest part.
Cancerous to watch. Jesus.
Yeah, so the funniest part about this is we played 4 games. I think we might have played 5.
Okay.
With
I
the
don't remember.
warlock, I think with the warlock we played like 2.
No, we played at least 4
All right,
because
maybe more.
they conceded twice, and I know I didn't win more than I lost.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah, so I played the first one. We lost, but it was funny. We played the second one. It looks like we're about to get somewhere. but I'm playing legendary after legendary, and they're just clearing it. But at some point, I guess they just get fed up and they concede.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I'm at like 12 and they're at full.
So were you winning all of them or
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, we like you said. I think we played 5 games, and like the enemy conceded twice.
Okay.
Right, so we won twice because they just decided
They gave
like,
up.
this is when I'm not dealing with this right
And
now.
you didn't
Yeah.
you didn't organically win any of
Yeah,
them.
we were playing in casual mode. So.
Okay. Filthy
So-
casual mode. Yeah.
that was after Scott took like a while, and he just basically looked through like all of the possibilities that there are to like when you have all of the cards, like what you can do, because the game is very, very different when you have cards and when you don't, based on like what you're actually like able to do. And I feel like it's hard for a Hearthstone to stay fun if you don't like ever buy anything for the game. That's just how I feel like as a trading card game player. If I hate not having the ability to play whatever, so that's why I end up getting most of the cards, because I don't like to just pick one thing and do it. I want to be able to do everything. But anyway, so what we did after that was I was like, hey Scott, there's a card in this game that when you play it, it makes all your other creatures cost 1 mana.
Yeah, you told me about that.
So Scott was like, that sounds way better. So we went to build a druid deck with all the stupid legendaries in it, because it has that card, and it has cards that give you more mana like more quickly. And
then I tell him, all right, this card's funny. He's like, but this card's terrible. I'm like, I don't care. It's hilarious. And it is the dragon that goes ahead and makes everybody's turn last for 15 seconds. They don't. So the rope immediately appears and it just goes down.
Yeah. Tony told me about that as well.
So what we did was we threw together like all the legendaries that he had in his other deck, took out the Warlock specific ones and put in Aviana, which is the one that makes all your guys cost 1. And then we started cutting stuff to put in like stuff that ramps you, so the deck would actually be like able to be played. We took out like terrible legendaries like Gruul, which is just like awful. And what we ended up doing, like, then I showed Scott this card, and what it does is 4 mana, and you discard your hand and gain 10 mana crystals. So you get rid of everything that you have, and just for the rest of the game, you can play whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Whatever you draw. So we were like, that's only ever good if, by some like small percentage chance, you draw Innervate, which is 0 mana, give you +2. If you're on the draw, which means you have the coin,
Yeah.
and you have that card in your opening hand, so you can play it on turn 1.
Yeah. And Scott
so
gets
we,
that, I'm
we
sure.
put 1 in there, and then we had the other stuff, because you always want Innervate and you always want
Right, so we had that. We had that on draw. We're like, all right, so if we get that one card I was talking about,
So
we'll play it, and it'll be good.
The first game that we played with this deck, which just has one of those cards in it, and then like a bunch of legendaries and like some mediocre cards, we put we're on the draw, and we have an Innervate, so we're like, should we just go for the dream deck one time? And so we mulligan all 3 of the cards that aren't Innervate, and we get Astral Communion, which is the card that gives you +10 mana crystals. So turn 1, guy passes, and we're like, all right, Innervate, coin, Astral Communion, go. So we're playing.
Man, that guy must have been fucking pissed.
Oh man! I taught Scott how to be an asshole too. Like we'd be like, we'd say like greetings after that. So we ended up losing that game though, because the guy was playing Mech Shaman, which he ended up just getting the right cards to just kill us before we could draw enough cards.
He had a bunch of taunts, and because we could only really play 1 card at a time, he had like 4 taunts on the board. He could just swing in every turn, and we couldn't actually do anything much against the 4 taunts.
We had a couple giant dudes, but he was playing like a Noyotron, which is a 1/2 taunt with Divine Shield, which means you have to hit it twice. So it ended up taking us like 4 turns to break through the taunt when he was just wailing on us anyway. And the cards that we drew we didn't really draw any of the removal that we put in the deck, so we ended up losing that first one. So then we play another game, and we draw like the cards that just give you more mana, not Astral Communion, and we play that one, and I think we end up winning that game.
We end up winning that game because I think what that game was the fun one. We go ahead.
That's right.
We wait till pretty much right before the rope comes up.
So
then we play thing that gives us.
So what ended up happening was the opening was the wild growth, which gives you a +1 mana, the 2/3 guy, which gives you +1 mana when you play it, and then when it dies, it takes away a mana. and then 2 innervates. And then which is the card 0 mana, give you +2 mana for 1 turn. And then the first card we draw is Nozdormu, which is that dragon, which makes it so when you play it, you have players have 15 seconds to take their turn.
Yeah.
So what we did was we played the first turn. We passed, got the turn back. We were on the first, like we didn't have the coin. We play Wild Growth, pass. He doesn't like play anything important. Get it back, play the guy, the 2/3. And then we pass it back to him, and so he's got a 2/2. We have the 2/3. We're like, all right, if he kills our 2/3, we can't do this. But if he doesn't, then we go crazy next turn. So he doesn't kill it. He hits us in the face, and then it's our turn again. And we have like 2 cards, and then innervate Nozdormu. And if we play both innervates, we can afford it. So we're on 5 mana, and so we sit there, and Scott and I are just like, all right, we should greet him now. So we say hello, and then we wait about a good minute, like right before the rope would normally come up. And then, so Scott and I are talking about this, and I'm like, so Scott, here's the deal. We want to give him as little time to think as possible. So we planned our next, 4 turns, and then we were like, all right, we're just going to immediately slam, innervate, Nozdormu, pass. So he has immediately only 15 seconds to react to it. So then we do that. So about, maybe 20 seconds before the rope would normally pop up, after we had already, greeted him, and he said hello, and then we were, taunt him or whatever. And we're like, we just slam those 3 cards and pass. And so then he's just, sitting there for almost the entire turn doing nothing. It's literally, and we're just sitting over there losing it. It was the funniest shit.
Y'all are the reason I think I stopped playing Hearthstone.
You should come over one of these. It's fun. Trust me.
Tony's got all the cards, so you could literally make whatever the fuck you want.
That's one of the fun parts about Hearthstone. So that game we ended up winning just based on being able to play stuff, and that dragon
obvious.
Survived for 10 turns.
It only cost you $200 to get all the cards in the game.
So far in Hearthstone, in the 2.5 years or something that it's been out, I've probably spent about $1,000.
Jeez, $1,000, 1,000 human dollars.
Yeah. But I've gotten out 1,000 plus hours.
Sure.
So
that's fine.
I would pay $1 an hour for entertainment.
You would now, would you?
$1 1 hour.
$1 1 hour.
I mean,
Power hour.
So yeah, through that game, it was blatantly obvious that he did not have enough time to think because he was missing swings, he was missing everything. He had sometimes 5 mana left over, and yet he still had 4 cards in his hands.
So we play one more game after that. We win that next game too, and then we're like, all right. So Scott, let's make a couple changes. So we took out some of the poor legendaries that just had been really bad. So we weren't seeing any people who played many weapons. So we took out the guy who destroys weapons and gives you cards based on it. And then we were like, so Scott, we've got a couple things we could do here. We could put in more mid-rangey cards so the deck doesn't die if you don't get the nuts.
Yeah.
Or we can just go fucking ridiculous full hand and put in another one of those cards, which is just terrible if you draw it later because you've already
useless,
discarded your hand and you don't need it.
Yeah, it's the 10 mana one.
Yeah, it's the one that gives you plus 10 mana crystals, discard your hand. So we put another one of those in, and one of the cards that makes you draw cards. And then we're like, all right, we'll play a couple games and see how consistent this is. Obviously, first game, our opening hand is Innervate, Astral, whatever, a card that doesn't matter. And then our first card that we draw is the second Astral, which is perfect. So
you're sitting there fucking
rubbing
your hands together.
So this deck is 100% consistent, combo every time. And we just crushed that game too. It was absolutely hilarious.
Wait, did you stop that deck at that point because you're like, it's too good?
No, it still exists.
Okay.
We named it with a lot of L's and O's.
Okay.
Yeah.
I imagine that's how it's pronounced.
About that, yeah. So that we did that, and then Scott played, Scott played a game with Control Warrior, which is affectionately known as Wallet Warrior. It just plays all of the really expensive cards. And he discovered how awesome / terrible Patron Warrior is.
So have you guys started streaming yet? It feels like you're just on the precipice of an enterprise.
I have a Twitch channel. I have a Twitch channel set up with the actual handle that I would use if I ever just wanted to be a streamer. And everything is Twitch alerts and everything is all set up. I just haven't done it yet.
So this is it. This is.
I've been seriously considering starting doing that for the past couple weeks.
This is where you make the money.
Yeah.
I watch.
you'd also participate.
Yep.
Did you need something? I'm just checking. Okay.
He's hanging out.
What time frame are we looking at? Oh, we've got at least an hour left. So.
I think I'm gonna walk over there.
Yeah.
And then I will see you in a little bit.
Okay.
So yeah, Scott played Patron, which is like the deck that just destroys everyone right now. Everyone, like anyone who knows anything about Hearthstone knows like that Patron is the deck to beat right now. It's like the closest to broken deck that there is that is being played widely.
Mm-hmm.
So we played with that, and then let's see, what did we do after that, Scott?
I think
after we did all that, that's when we switched to Black Flag, and after that we watched the first episode of an anime, and then
was it Monster Roommates?
No, it was Gate.
Steins Gate?
No,
No.
Gate. Thus the JSDF fought there.
Okay.
It's really good. Scott knows it's really good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
See?
Okay. I've been told to watch that as well.
Yeah. And then after that, we were watching the Hearthstone Championship stream thing that's going on this weekend. And then
This game's really ridiculous. They there's a card that's costs 4. When it dies, it puts a random 2 on the field, any 2. And this losing secret paladin got a Lore Walker Cho, and the perfect hand to like Lore Walker Cho sends any. It's basically a spell trading card. He's on the field, and any spell that you play gets passed to the other player. So they get to use it too.
Cool.
So he plays 2 terrible secrets that don't do all that much, and then a card that allows you to draw your hand up to 5 cards again. Is it 5?
What it is it's called Divine Favor. It's 3 mana paladin card. When you play it, you draw cards until you have the same amount of cards in your hand as your opponent. So if they have 3 cards and you play it, then you would draw up to 3 cards.
So that game is epic, crazy.
He had just that card and 2 secrets, which was like super terrible. And then when his guy died and he got Lore Walker, which usually is like super awkward for you because you can't play your spells anymore, he was able to play those spells, pass them to his opponent, which and then play the Divine Favor, which his opponent, who didn't have any cards before, would now had 3 cards, so he was able to draw 3 like actual spells that were good, which ended up making him win the game because his opponent couldn't really play those secrets and give them back to him either, because they didn't synergize well enough with his board, and the Secret Paladin would benefit more from having the secrets than he would. So it just ended up being super awkward, and it was like a really silly thing that happened purely because of RNG. Those kind of moments are like fairly frequent in Hearthstone, which is one of the things that makes it interesting and
fun to watch.
Well, yes, definitely fun to watch, but sometimes super frustrating to play because RNG can, as much as RNG is awesome for you, it's also super terrible a lot of the time.
Random number generator.
Yeah.
What about the double 2s I rolled on the bombs when they died?
Yeah.
They didn't do anything for me.
Nope.
Yeah. Hearthstone is like one of those things where like the randomness factor can be super frustrating, but like just like any other card game.
As they add more expansions to that game, more and more randomness gets introduced, which has been kind of a point of contention in like the more serious community behind playing the game. So
yeah, and all the fucking high horse assholes who play the game.
Sounds
right,
like me.
Yeah, that sounds about right. All right, you said you also play Diablo 3. You got that on here.
Yeah, I put in like my seasonal characters have like 45 hours on one, 10 hours on the other one, 48 hours on the other one.
Yeah.
So I played a lot of Diablo for this season.
Jeebus.
That's basically, other than like I played more Hearthstone or more Diablo than Hearthstone this week, and it's just farming, man. It's good.
Yeah.
When Scott like arrived, I was farming Greater Rifts.
Yep,
with
he was
my
porting
buddies.
places.
Yeah.
Cool.
Season's going well.
That's good. Are you in the like legend rank or whatever in Hearthstone yet?
For this season, no. like rank 9 so far. I've been playing Diablo, so I haven't really put too much time into laddering. But I randomly sent Scott a picture of I have this program called Hearthstone Deck Tracker,
Yeah.
which tracks your
You
stats
told
for
us about it
Hearthstone.
last week.
And my deck on the Paladin deck that I've been playing for ladder, my win rate's like 85% right now. Like I have like way too many wins and only like 3 losses. So I've been climbing pretty quickly with that. I just haven't played enough games yet. So I'm at rank 8 right now. So only 7 to go.
All right.
So I predict that I will definitely hit legend by the end of the season.
Cool.
So
Anything else you've been playing, Scott?
No, not really.
Okay, just really Hearthstone. Glad that you got into it. That is it's a fun game. I'm not like big on card games, and I think that game's just
I think
really fun.
Scott's next game purchase will be the 2 adventures for Hearthstone.
You predict that?
Yeah, that's my prediction.
What do you predict, Scott?
I predict I'm probably going to buy something in between that.
Okay.
But if I were going to drop any money on the game,
Triforce Heroes, Splatoon.
remember I don't have any of the systems.
No, that's true. You do have your 3DS though, so
Mhm.
Triforce Heroes is definitely not off the table. I'm excited. We're gonna fucking own that game.
Yep.
You are going to own it.
Yeah, we're going to
Are you
destroy
going to own it with
also.
us?
Probably not.
Oh.
It'd be three.
Yeah, we gotta complete our Triforce, Tony.
All right, fine.
That's what I thought. Liquidate some magic cards, make it happen.
Yeah.
All right, Nobshin, how about you round us out? Actually, let's take a quick break, and then we'll come back with Nobshin's games. So we'll be back in just a little bit. I'm gonna pee and get a glass of water, and then we'll get right back to it.
I'm going to bug you for a glass of water.
Me 3.
Wait, you're peeing first or glass of water first? All right, I'm going to stand creepily outside your bathroom door.
All right, camera, you're moving. I don't know where you're gonna end up. You're moving. Fix it later.
He's like, don't do this.
He's like, stop it. You don't want this. Gus says, I have enough time for you humans.
You weren't as creepily close as I expected you to be.
I'm not happy.
I moved the camera.
Shit. Asshole Gus.
Alright, I will also use the bathroom. I'll meet you guys upstairs in a minute. for this coming week already? Yeah. Lots of days?
I mean, 28 hours worth of days.
It's not bad. I moved this. So I'm gonna put it back.
Stove toaster.
Dang.
Now you have to find. Is there another thing? No, we can use this useless thing.
yeah.
Isn't it broken?
Wait, is it actually broken?
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Here.
I mean, could. Yeah.
There's our druid deck. Someone name escapes the handle escapes me. Someone tweeted me about Hearthstone. Probably?
Nobshin saying something?
I don't know.
No.
Nobshin, I love you. Yeah, me too.
You guys excited for Extra Life?
Yeah.
We're getting everyone back.
Yeah.
In 2013.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be
Joseph?
It's gonna be oh yeah. He's got his flights booked, so
Yeah.
he better be coming.
It's fucking up again.
And we'll
Oh, is it
have-
fucking up again?
We'll have room.
A little bit. Don't worry.
Like it's not happening on the audio. It doesn't look like. So I don't know.
It should be fine though. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Just make sure you don't have any phones. If you get phones, put them in your pockets. I guess.
Yep, you back there.
That was just Tony's phone.
That's
There was
what,
again.
that's what Mark tweeted to us.
Cantonese, Chinese, Mandarin, fellatio. Anything?
What?
What? I said things to see if feedback was happening.
No, you're fine.
Okay. All right. Let's get back to it. You done yet?
Hold on, bitch came over. 20 minutes.
You want to Netflix and chill afterwards?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm seeing some clipping happen. All right, and we're back. Nobshin.
Hmm.
Video games outside of Metal Gear Solid 5. What have you been playing? A whole bunch, it looks like.
I guess.
Tell me about them.
Just some things I dabbled in, and some things I actually got into for like a good amount of time.
Okay.
A little bit more of Danganronpa in their episode. I pretty much played a little bit more of that after we finished the show last week. It's still good. Actually, I played maybe like 2 or 3 more hours of it, but I haven't gone back to it since because I've been playing other stuff. But like that game's still good though. From people I follow, they saying like this is like one of the better stories of Danganronpa, like in a different kind of way. So it's still a good. It's still a good Danganronpa game, so like I'm excited to see like how this all like wraps up and everything like that because I like the way it's going.
Mm-hmm.
I just need some Monokuma, and it would be even better.
I'm sure you'll get some Monokuma before the end. But you have to
Or
keep in
something
mind
equivalent to that.
who Monokuma is,
Oh, I know that.
and it's just like
I'm saying, well, probably gets like I'm talking about like an equivalent to him. I didn't get anything of that yet. That's what I meant to say.
not enough ultimate despair to bring you down.
I guess. But other than that, like I dabbed a little bit more in Gears of War Ultimate Collection or Ultimate Edition.
Is it truly ultimate? Having played that close enough to Danganronpa to tell.
it's just okay.
It's just okay. Yeah.
Like that AI is like really really bad. I don't think they did anything as far as that, like improving that from the other game. At least it doesn't seem like it. Like Dom is just like dumb as a ball of bricks.
A ball of bricks.
Yeah, that's not an expression, but
It is now.
But like yeah, like it looks good and it still plays good. Like when I first got that game, I was like, oh yeah, this is something totally I need right now. Like at that time when I had it, it was like, oh, I just need something dumb and mindless to play because you don't put too much thought into the Gears of War. It's just cover and shoot, so it'll be fine. And then like until Dawn came out, then Metal Gear came out, so you got like all these better experiences. Danganronpa came out, and then like it's like, I don't really need to play you anymore. So that game's gonna probably just get forgotten about, and maybe I'll just beat it like sometime next year. But oh well. I got other games, so it's fine.
Yeah. It'll get you all the Gears of War on your Xbox One, so that'll make it somewhat worth it.
I just need something to play on my fucking Xbox One, so I guess that'll be Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider's so close; it's only 2 months away. So,
speaking of my Xbox One, I played the Castle Crashers remaster. I just played like the first level up to the first boss of that one, just to see how it looks, and it just runs faster. It's 60 frames per second now, so it just looks like, oh wow, these animations just moves like a lot smoother now. So that's kind of jarring because I'm used to seeing this in 30 frames. So
is it free if you have it on 360?
it is free if you have it on 360, but up till the end of the month, I believe. And after that, you have to pay $15 for it.
Okay, well I'll get it while I can then.
Yeah, and like a plus to this also with that the free thing, it's like if you. So they updated the 360 version of Castle Crashers so that you can like import your save into the bigger version. So since my nephew has his 360 in his room, he imported his save to my Xbox One, and now he has his leveled up characters on the Xbox One now. So he's been excited to play that because like it's like that. It's like Castle Crashers, Splatoon, Happy Wars, and now Mario Maker that he's been like really into now. So he's like all up into my room now. So that's almost annoying, but also fun at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Other than that, beat Mega Man
2
and 3
Okay.
since the last time I played it.
You're plowing through them now.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying the Legacy Collection more than I even realized I was. I was like, oh, okay, I'll just play this a little bit more. But yeah, like playing Mega Man 2 and 3 are just fucking awesome. And then like playing Mega Man 4, which was the one that me and my brother played the most when we were younger. You can see like how it's like, oh, it's not really as good as 2 and 3. It's still good, but not as good as those two versions, which is like why everyone regards them as the best. And yeah, it's totally valid as far as that. But I'm like at the end of Mega Man 4 right now, so I'll try to beat that, and I'll play 5 and 6, which I've never really played. So yeah, that'll be interesting to go through that.
Cool.
So I got the Trespasser DLC for Dragon Age Inquisition.
Okay. Is that the most recent DLC, or is that the
That's
first
the most
major one?
That's the most recent one. This is the last DLC they have for that game. Because the other DLCs, there were 2 other ones. The Descent and something else. Like Jaw of Havoc or something like that. And those were just pretty much just like, oh, if you like Dragon Age gameplay, then like here's 2 other DLCs for you. So I was like,
Said no
no.
one ever.
Yeah, so I said no thank you to those 2 ones. But like this one is supposed to be like more of an epilogue of what happened. It's 2 years later. And it just like kind of just like it kind of just like carries off from where the Dragon Age ended, and try to get like more of a closure to that, to like the next part of the Dragon Age series. For the next game that's about to come out, so it does all of that. And so when I played it, I pretty much played it nonstop for like 6 hours, I think. I played like right after I got off work, and I played it. And then I just got to this point where it's like, I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore. So I went to Christine Steimer's on Steimer Says at Twitch TV. Like I just watched her beat the game, and I was like, okay.
I would have kind of done it that way. Shit, whatever.
Yeah, sort of, kind of, and yeah, and then I was done with it. So that's the first time I've ever done that. I have to say, it's like, because like it's like it doesn't do enough, or at least I felt like what I was getting, what I wanted from it, at least, because like, you know, like this is Bioware post like fucking Citadel DLC for Mass Effect, and like this is supposed to be the end of it, and so like I expected that standard for that coming to this, and you get it for like maybe 10 minutes, and that's it. So it did.
The thing about like Citadel was like it was pre the end. Like there can't be an epilogue to Mass Effect 3 without it being a new Mass Effect game. So like I think that's what made Citadel special, is it was like one last hurrah before the end, which you knew was coming.
But this was the same thing as well, as far as that, because like
okay, so it's kind of set before the end of Dragon Age 3.
No. It's 2 years after the end of Dragon Age Inquisition, but like it's like they haven't seen each other in those 2 years, so they all got it back together again. So
Yeah, but it's still different things though.
it's different things, but it's still kind of the same thing. Like they presented it almost as the same way, I should say.
That just sounds disingenuous then. Like
Sorta, because like pretty much from what I've seen, at least, like unless you romance Colin, like it pretty much doesn't really give you that much as far as like if you're attached to like a certain character, it doesn't give you that much as to what you need. So like unless you're romance Colin, which like a lot of women did, so like or men, it's just like it's just something that I didn't get much out of personally.
Here's something that's coming to mind as we're talking about this. One of the reasons that I think I can't finish Dragon Age Inquisition is that I felt like I didn't have a character I could romance.
I can see that.
Which sounds silly, but like after like doing Sarah's loyalty stuff, like she just totally burned me at the end of that. And like I felt like I lost that character that I could romance. So like, and it's a weird thing because it's kind of arbitrary to think of it like, well, there's not one character that I can have a romantic relationship with, so I guess this game doesn't matter. I can't finish it. But like, I wasn't so invested in any one character that I felt like I had somebody with me emotionally toward the end of that game. And I think that's becoming a really important thing. This is actually giving me a great idea.
Well, that is the heart of that game.
Yeah.
But what you're talking about there that wasn't really there for you was the heart of that game.
Yeah.
So if there's not that there, that game holds up in no respect, shape, or form.
Yeah, like that game is so about its characters, and like they're great characters, but there wasn't like one that I connected with. Like, you know, Witcher has...
How was that compared to Dragon Age 2 since you said you like
Dragon Age 2 had... I was so invested in Hawke as the character, which is a weird way to think of it.
Sure.
But like she had a sister, right? And like I loved that character as a sister. And like so there wasn't like maybe a romance option, but like I don't know, I was invested in it in a more familial way, but I think that can still be a thing.
Yeah, definitely.
And I guess like, you know, cuz like I really liked the who is like the guy with the beard?
Blackwall or whatever?
Blackwall. I really like Blackwall, and then his whole thing that happened. And I was like, oh, Jesus. And like, as much as I like Iron Bull and stuff, like the character that I liked the most was
Merrick?
Not Merrick. The guy with the D name. I can't remember anyone's names. Mage.
Dorian?
Dorian. And he was like the one character I couldn't romance because I was a female. And it was like,
oh yeah.
I wish I could. I wish I had played that male because I would have totally romanced that character.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he's like amazing.
Because he's awesome.
Yeah. And he was my favorite character. And like there was something there, but like I don't know. I guess like it wasn't enough. Like there weren't enough characters that I cared about that I just wanted to finish that game. Just thinking back about it, like Witcher, nothing but great characters that I'll always remember. And like the same with like Mass Effect. So, and like Persona as well. Like the thing about Persona is like I could have like not romanced any of those characters, but because you get to spend time with them and like outside of like this isn't all about romance, you like still love those characters. Like, you know, Yosuke or Kanji, or like, you know, you still love these people like they're friends. And like and the big thing is like you feel like you got the romance structure of like getting to know that character and ending with an intimate bond where you were like connected. Just because you didn't like it wasn't a romantic relationship doesn't mean it wasn't important. And like that's why I think Persona has just done it better than even like Mass Effect. Even though Mass Effect 2 did it really well with like the loyalty missions and stuff. So just thoughts. There you go. Sounds like there isn't enough of paying off on that in this Trespasser DLC.
Yeah, not for me. Maybe if someone like Tony plays it, you know, he'll get more out of it than me. Because, you know, I wasn't really all that invested in Dragon Age Inquisition to begin with. So, I don't know. It's not my bag, but it might be for someone else. So there you go.
I don't really play DLC. So.
Don't you mean PS4?
Hmm?
Boom.
Hey.
We were just playing it before we got here.
Yeah, we were playing it today, and I played it.
All that Black Flag.
the
Yeah,
past couple
and what
days.
about that heart that we sent you? Huh?
Yeah, right? We sent Navashine a heart message and he didn't respond to us. And then I asked him about it when I got here and he was like, I was playing Metal Gear. And I was like, that's not an excuse.
Yeah, it is.
I'm a real person. That's a fake game.
I turn off notifications when I'm playing Metal Gear. I don't want to be connected to anything.
Fucking disconnect from the internet.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just think about it. It's not like I can connect to the Metal Gear servers anyway.
Yeah, right.
Okay. You've got a few other things on this list, Nabashin.
I do. Oh, so surprisingly, like this Guy 5 had a demo. It came out like maybe like last week or maybe the week before that. So what I was expecting from the demo, I was just expecting like to be just like like some little small chunk of the game. So like it wouldn't be like like it will show like a battle where it shows like somewhere in the middle of the story or something like that. I was like, I don't really need to do that. I know how to play this guy, blah, 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 blah. So when I actually started it up and just to see what it was and everything, it's actually like the first, like maybe like 3 or 4 hours of that game, and you can just play it from there. I'm like, oh, and then, like, you could carry your save over. So I was like, oh, fuck yeah. So like, I was getting into that.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's this guy. I love it. It's great. It really makes me getting ready to play this one. Like this, like they carried up all of the systems that were in Disgaea D2, which was like probably the best. Yeah, that was the best Disgaea game to date for me. So they brought back over those systems and like added a little bit more from Disgaea 4 as far as like team attacks and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to that. Like this game looks going to be like fucking massive too, as far as like just the fact that it's like because usually in Disgaea games it's about like just one netherworld and like pretty much how that affects the planet or the people around you. And in this is like multiple one, so it's like every planet has another world, and this is like them fighting over like different parts for like the whole universe type of thing. So it's like you're going to different planets and different ones. So it's gonna be like a really big game. This one, and taking advantage of the PS4 power, even though it doesn't really look it, but like they still like do enough systems and like enough intricacies in that series that makes me really get into them. Like I never really get super deep into them. I'm not a Mr. Nap. I don't go to like level 9,999. But like I just enjoy the story and the characters and how they present it up. Is like pretty much what I used to get out of anime back in the day, and just like I just get to play it now. So I always liked the Disgaea games for that reason. And of course, like obviously they don't have like the Harl and Etna and Blown like they did in D2, because like that's what made D2 so great for me, because like they brought back those original characters, which were my favorite characters from the Disgaea series. So like but like Killa seems like an interesting character, and I forget her name, but like she seems like one of those over the top dumb characters that I would like too. So I'm looking forward to it. It should be a good game.
Yeah, it sounds cool. Mark Griffiths did post a comment on the topic of DLC. You wanted to know if you were going to get that Witcher DLC, which we will talk about.
Oh, it's already bought.
Yeah, we'll talk about it more. But yeah, both of us are going to get it. So, cool. And you got Super Mario Maker.
Yeah, that game.
Is it good?
That game is fucking dope.
Did you set your time clock ahead so you get everything immediately?
No. I probably should though, because like
I just wouldn't care enough. Like, I'm not gonna make levels in that game.
Yeah, that's the thing, and it's like I don't really
play other people's levels.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what I'm doing. So like, as far as that, it's been great. Like it's just interesting. Like just seeing something that was literally like the first game I played when I grew up, to like something that's it's the same fucking game again, but just twisted on his head and just got super weird. It looks exactly the same, but like it's in 16:9 and like have fucking shadows now, and like you can put like wings on Goombas and make them super big and all this other dumb stuff. It's just cool. It's super great. It's so much fun to play. And And it has like a daily aspect to like the dailies and like something like Spelunky or whatever, and just like I'll just play like whatever the fuck it's whatever random person like put online. So like there's always something to go back to and play, and just enjoy too. Like I already went through like all the single player levels, or the not online levels, I should say, like the ones that Nintendo made. I went through like all those levels already because I was having so much fun with it, and like and now I'm just doing the online levels, which were like just go to the ones that are actually like get good stars and stuff like that, because like you don't want to play the trash ones or nothing.
Yeah, when I heard that this game it doesn't have any checkpoints, I was like, nope, I don't care anymore. Honestly.
Okay.
Like, do you think has that come into any of the experience at all, or no?
No, because like the levels aren't super long for that to actually matter. Like you can make you can make it so like you can make it so like you could have like a long extended level, which is probably like maybe like 2 minutes for you, or a minute to 2 minutes to get to the end, like to the actual post, and like you probably make like a sewer level to make like an extended level of the level. So you can do stuff like that, but like it's not. Like you could have like 2 levels stacking on each other, but like it's still not like super long to the point there is like being a level is going to be like excruciating, and like they make it so easy. So like if it's just a level you don't like, just skip it. It's like just hold down the select button for like 3 seconds, and then like it'll just go skip and go straight to the next level. So like you don't have to worry about something if it's like irritating or you just don't want to deal with, or if it's just totally fucked, because people like to make that sometimes. So like
okay,
but yeah,
that
that game is really good though. It's basically anything. It's basically everything you want in like a Mario game, just in a game. It's just like just different stuff about it. It's like you have to like kind of relearn because you're so used to the Mario games. Like you hit a question block that comes out with a mushroom, then you go to another one that like you're expecting to be a flower because you already got a mushroom, but it comes out a mushroom again because that's what it's preset to be. So you have to like keep those mentalities in mind. Like Yoshi just spit fireballs. Like he doesn't whirl, but like he only like spits out the turtle shells now. So like just certain stuff like that you have to keep in mind when you play this game. But like yeah, that game's great. And because of that because that game was about to come out, I bought Super Mario World on Virtual Console because I already owned it. So I wanted to play on my Wii U, and I didn't want to do the whole Wii U go to the Wii thing. So I bought that for $1, and that game's still like one of the best games ever made. So yeah,
it's pretty good. That Mario World game is all right. Cool. That's it. That's all you've been playing.
That's everything.
That's a good list. A little bit of everything in there. Mega Man, Dragon Age,
The classics.
Dragon Grandpas, Gears of War, and Mario.
Like I said, like with Metal Gear, like I just wanted, because I knew I'm that type of person who likes to like jump to game to game to game. But like with Metal Gear, I just want to spend a day with that game. So like any day I have a full day free is when I just spend playing that. So and any other day I have to spend with the other games. So that's how I've been managing that.
I feel you. Okay, cool. Then let's talk about some news. News in gaming. There are many stories this week.
Many.
Some pertains to Tony and Scott. For once,
some pertain to Tony and Scott. Let's get right to those. Binding of Isaac. Have you guys heard of this game?
No. What's this game?
It's a roguelike.
Uh-huh.
The Binding of Isaac Rebirth's huge expansion is coming out on October 30th.
Yeah. Afterbirth.
Afterbirth. Now,
It's just as gross as it should be.
yeah, absolutely. Binding of Isaac Rebirth, Afterbirth. So, let's see. I think it's going to be $10, so sold for $10. It'll be 10 new challenges, 1,000 plus new rooms, new playable character, Lilith, Mother of Demons.
Yep.
Scott's like, go on.
yeah, see Scott, he's so in.
120 new items, not counting new pickups, chests, pills, bombs, cards, etc. And it's going to take the item count beyond 525, excuse me. 4 new alternate chapters, with a new chapter specific enemy types, visual themes, and surprises. It says on the Silicon Era.
It's Meat Boy. What?
Yeah. New seed code combo page, as well as a butt ton of new seed codes that mod the game.
A butt ton.
A butt ton. I'm reading verbatim.
Yep.
This was written by Chris Priestman on Silicon Era. New expanded soundtrack, new room types, trap rooms, double tracked rooms, etc., etc. New HUD system, new secret transformations, 8 new bosses, 25 plus new enemies, updated combo system, item combo system, way too many new achievements, and 20 million new co-op babies.
Yep.
So, it sounds really cool. Apparently, it's adding over 100 hours of hours.
100 hours of hours.
100 hours of play. Might have mixed those words up in my head reading this. And Greed Mode, which is a new mode that focuses on risk reward and has new endings and a new final boss. So,
cool.
Sounds like... they're adding dailies as well.
Yay, daily challenges. I like games with daily challenges in them.
Yeah, they're fun.
Like Spelunky.
Yes. So you excited, Scott?
A little bit. I might actually, get the game this time.
Well, a lot of people should have it with PlayStation Plus.
Yes.
But I'm paying for PlayStation Plus, so I could not pick up.
You couldn't play it anymore, yeah.
Play it anymore, after the first month.
Maybe pay for PlayStation Plus.
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
But
games you could
I
play
don't have it
Grow
anymore.
Home right now.
yeah,
I can't.
not that any of us have, but
I did.
Nobishin did.
I did.
Well, way to bring it up, Tony.
Well, I mean, I played it for 10 minutes.
I played it. Well, I mean, not really. It was just.
I did. I launched it. It happened. If you look, you can see the day on, when you look at your PlayStation events, you can see Tony launched Grow Home.
I'm getting an ad for a 3DS game.
Buy all of them.
One's called the Snack World, and it says price NA, and I don't know. But the 3DS game.
The price is the entirety of North America.
Yeah. The one in the middle is The Legend of Legacy. And that's just a terrible.
Zelda-like?
That's just a terrible name. If it's a Zelda-like, I'll get it. Whatever.
What?
The Legend
you do
of
that?
Legacy. What kind of?
Wait, is Legacy the princess?
It's a wannabe Bravely Default. I don't know. I don't understand. Legacy and
Like
Legend.
Princess Link?
Anyway. Afterbirth sounds really cool. I'll probably get it on the PlayStation 4, and it comes out the day before Halloween. So if you're feeling frisky on Halloween,
Yeah, I keep trying to tell you guys I
For
don't
a
have one of
Halloween
those
party?
anymore. So yeah, I can't really pay for PlayStation Plus.
yeah, you worked for 2 months. I'm sure you have $10 to spare from that.
I don't have a PS4 to use it.
We'll get it on PC. Because as it is
It's
also known.
the expansion coming out on PC first anyway, and it's to be determined with the console. So
Hopefully it'll still be this year, but with
When we say Scott worked those months, he worked
oh
those 2 months.
he twerked it.
How many fish would you say you moved?
We asked him this already.
But
There's way
now
too many.
just total it up.
A lot.
Well, okay, let's just go ahead and round it down to
Can we speak in
one
tons?
fish per case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I moved around 150 cases a day.
Yeah.
Now the only question is how many days did I actually work?
Oh, you work in
6 days a week
for a
6
month?
days a week
for 2 months.
for 2.5 months.
That's 10 weeks.
Yeah, that's
60 days.
that's a lot of fish. So a butt ton.
did you really just say that?
What? That's a lot of fish.
Yeah, that's from Godzilla the movie. I'm sorry,
Oh.
That's a lot of fish.
the 2000 movie.
Yeah, it's Zilla 2000. Speaking of things that Scott likes and moving fish, Shovel Knight's Plague Knight expansion comes out next week for $3.
Yay, $3.
So you'll have something to go back to on your 3DS.
I got that on PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
I think.
I do. So I'll play that.
I saw it.
PC.
Probably took
PlayStation.
mine
Yeah,
because I bought it.
Because Nobishin actually put in the work. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I bought it when I played it. I just don't remember what I bought it on.
Yeah.
I thought you had it on 3DS
No, I don't have it on a
or
mobile thing.
PC. Oh,
It's probably PC.
It's probably Steam.
It's probably for butts.
Stim.
So the expansion lets you play through a whole new campaign is Plague Knight. Plague
Whoa.
of Shadows.
New campaign?
Yes.
Same levels, though, right?
Same levels, I think.
yeah, same levels.
But you have to have beaten the game first to play, which I don't think is a problem for any of us.
Prequel?
We're trying to save Vaccine Night.
Yeah, they haven't really talked about the story of it. You're trying to save Vaccine Night, but Plague Knight plays completely differently than Shovel Knight, obviously.
Yeah, the movement's all different.
So yeah, he'll be able to like double jump and do some crazy shit.
Air dash.
Yeah, an air dash. He has a lot of mobility. I watched a trailer for it. It looks really fucking cool. And so that's free. That comes out next Tuesday. If you are excited like me,
Yeah, man, I am.
or it comes out the
Live
7th.
stream that
It
shit.
comes out the 17th, so next like Thursday, I guess.
Should live stream that shit.
Yeah, we should. We can do a stream of that or something. I've been thinking about live streaming Metal Gear Solid 5.
They make the surprise end boss Shovel Knight. It's the fucking hardest thing you've ever.
I'm
tried.
sure you will have to fight Shovel Knight at some point in that
Just wreck him.
campaign. Just fucking kill him. It looks really cool.
Toss those potions.
So we'll talk about that next week. Obviously, we love those good folks at Yacht Club
Yeah,
Games.
some of us do.
Some of us like.
I know. Alex doesn't like him.
Yeah, I hate everyone. Remember. Speaking of indie games, Bethesda unveils a $30 season pass for Fallout 4.
All right.
And no one seems to really care. It's not like a $40
Double
season-
standards.
Yeah, it's not like a $40 season pass for another game that came out this year.
Well, that's $10
No.
more.
It's $10 more, guys. So, I saw some people. Somebody brought it up, and I'm
And
like,
we don't know what it is for yet.
no,
No,
Can
they
you
don't
buy
even
it
know.
yet?
I'm sure they don't know.
Can you buy it?
I'm sure you can buy it.
Damn it!
Yeah. So someone brought this up in
Gotta get those pre-order bonuses.
the kind of funny Facebook group, and I posted a kind of rantish response of like, this is an issue only when someone needs ammo for whatever high horse they want to get on, and it annoys me. Like, I'm not going to buy this season pass early because I don't do that with any season pass. The only season pass I would do that with would be The Witcher, but I know what's going to be in The Witcher season pass. Because they've talked about it. They've already shown that first one, even though it's coming out next month. But, they had names for those expansions when the game was out. So, I don't know, like, it's a double standard. You're right, Nobshin. It's stupid. It's a $30 season pass, so people are going to say, well, it's more affordable. Like, whatever. Like, I don't know. Bethesda
Still
just...
don't know what's in it. And that's the big. That was the biggest issue with the other one.
Yeah, and like people talk about the season pass content for Fallout 4 or Fallout 3, the stuff the DLC they put out for it was great, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying they're letting you buy a season pass before you even know what's going to be in it, regardless of like, oh well, I trust this company more. Like I trust Rocksteady a whole bunch. Like they put out a product that worked. The company that ported it messed up the PC port because it was rushed out of the gate, and like that's an issue. But like Rocksteady has consistently put out great content for all the Batman games that I've always liked. So like, what?
The DLC for Batman.
Well, for Arkham Knight, it's been disappointing. But for Arkham City, like they put out that story DLC, the Harley Quinn stuff that I really liked, where you got to play as Robin. And for Arkham Asylum, they only put out one thing, which was more challenge rooms. But, like the challenge rooms are really well put together and they're fun if you don't play all of them at once, like I did. But like Rocksteady put out 2 great games, and like a great piece of story DLC for one of those games. And I had no problem. I wasn't gonna buy it because I don't buy DLC season passes early, but like I wasn't like jumping to the conclusion that they were up to no good with the DLC pass. And I'm not gonna do the same with Bethesda. I'm just saying like I said, this is only ammo for someone's argument when it's most convenient for them, and that it's stupid. So that's what I wanted to bring up. Did anybody have anything else they wanted to share?
Not really. Like, I have no issues with season passes. per se, or at least for my view, because it's like it's all that matters is just getting a discount for something that you actually enjoy. Because I buy DLC all the time for games that I really enjoy, mostly for the single player stuff more than ever multiplayer stuff. Like, the only time I did for multiplayer was Uncharted 3, because I liked Uncharted 2's multiplayer so much, but then I never touched multiplayer in Uncharted 3, so that was a complete waste. But, like, even LA Noire, even though I hate that game, like, that was, like, the debut of Season Passes, and, like, you know, for the extra content that I got for it, I mean, that was worth it for that game when I played it. And, like, I can't think of another one. Oh, yeah, Bioshock Infinite. I did that one. And I eventually got to those DLCs, which I did like, so it was worth it in the end. Because that was like, what, $30 for those 2 DLC packs in that challenge arena, and like that did give me a discount when I actually bought that, so it was worth it for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, a lot of people are going to buy this season pass because, you know, Point Lookout and Broken Steel, those are great expansions for Fallout 3. Like, and I think there will be probably great expansions for Fallout 4, hopefully even better ones. And like, that's fine. And I don't think anyone should be upset about that or anything. Like, just like, if you know what you're getting and or you're happy with spending that money, like, that's fine. I'm not going to guilt you for spending your money the way you want to.
Oh, but they don't know what they're getting in this case.
Yeah, that's very true.
The thing is, like, do we know for sure that they can buy it?
Yeah,
Yet.
It looks like it. Yes.
I mean, it was just like
God damn it.
It was just like with Bioshock Infinite when it was saying like buy the season pass when like before the game came out and no one knew what it was and it didn't come out for like over a year and then people got really upset by that. So I guess they didn't want that to happen again. But oh well.
Yeah. Like, you are buying a Bethesda product when you buy the season pass, and a lot of people, that's all they need to know. So that's fine.
I mean, people trusted Irrational Games. You just had to wait a year to get the DLC for it.
But like, it paid off. Like, you got something, and something that a lot of people agreed was quality content. So yeah, I don't know. Like, just either let it go or have a problem with all of it. Like,
yes,
pick a side and stop flip flopping. Choose your side.
The Mario Kart DLC is really good.
Yeah, that Mario Kart DLC. I felt guilt free buying that season pass. God damn, it was so good. I hope they do more. Let's talk about Pokemon Go. Did you watch this trailer now, Machine?
I did not.
Oh my god.
I heard it though. I heard people talk about it.
Are you too familiar with Pokemon Go?
No.
So Pokemon Go, as far as I know, this is the first. It was the first announced Nintendo iOS game or mobile game. So it's coming to iOS and Android in 2016. They put out a trailer. It was incredible. I almost cried at the end of the trailer, and I know I cry at a lot of things, but I talked to my roommate about this. We were 90s kids, so we were of the people that wanted Pokemon to be real. I'd like to hope that everyone at this table had that feeling at some point.
No.
Bullshit.
I like
I
know a bunch of other people completely unrelated to our, other circle that we had who, wanted the same thing, and I was just like, all right.
Nah, man, it's all about Digimon.
It's all about Digimon.
If they were real, try getting shocked by a Pikachu. You'd be dead.
Yeah, well,
and that would be all of them. You'd be dead.
But, like, if the world was like the Pokemon world, let's say then. We're like, you could get shocked by Pikachu.
You'd be pretty much invincible. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, Ash is a god. That's he's invincible. No, like this trailer pulled on that nostalgia of you can go geologically to different places and encounter Pokemon on your phone, depending on your location, and then catch them, and then fight and trade and battle them phone to phone, device to device with other Pokemon. So, like, it's not quite... It doesn't seem like it's a Pokemon game where, like, it's an RPG. It looks like you can level your Pokemon stuff. But, like, the example they showed was, like, this dad and his son in, like, what looks like the ruins of a castle. like finding a Charizard, and then they catch him. They get really excited. And then they showed this mass event in Times Square where everyone was like running through Times Square, and it was like you have 10 minutes to beat Mewtwo in this area. And it was like, you know, they're showing like the projections of the Pokemon in the real world, like fighting Mewtwo. And it's like 1,000 people, like all with their personal Pokemon fighting against Mewtwo. And it's like the timers clicking down on the background of the big screens in Times Square. And like everyone's screaming and like then they beat Mewtwo and they all catch Mewtwo because they all participate in the event. And everyone just cheers, and like that was when I was getting incredibly emotional at the end. I was like, "This is real." It was just a great trailer for a product that'll probably just be fine, but I think Pokemon is the perfect series to bring to iOS first. Like, yeah, that's the right choice.
Yeah, because people have been porting it for ages.
Yeah, people have been porting it there for ages. So now, like, you know, embracing that means it's like people are gonna fucking buy this. Absolutely. Just being able to battle and trade like anywhere, and then like in the trailer they were very specific to show only Gen 1 Pokemon, so it was very smart that they were pulling
Very smart.
on that nostalgia bone. So like they were showing like this person in like Paris or Venice, it might have been Italy, like on a boat, and then it says like you're being attacked, like, you know, Pokemon battle, and then like they look out and they see somebody with like a Snorlax fighting their Gyarados, and of course again they're projecting the Pokemon into the real world and that's not going to happen.
Dang it.
But like you see they saw the person and they were like cheering at each other. It was cool. It was an incredible trailer. It'll never be like that, but as far as like trailers go, this is like the best video game trailer I've ever seen.
You remember when they had like those iOS games back when iOS games weren't really a thing, which like required you to go to landmarks,
Yeah.
in order to play the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen.
Yeah. So like, you know, people were like wondering how the GPS stuff is gonna work. We don't know. I'm sure it'll be like you walk fucking 5 feet and something will happen. I'm sure it won't be as.
You found a Diglett.
Yeah,
Get fucked.
Thank you. Digglett's like, come at me, Scrublord, I'm ripped. And then just
Ross?
Ross the Diglett? You catch it. Yeah. Anyway, it was a great trailer. Go look
That
Go look it
trailer
up.
is really good.
Are you watching it right now?
I just got finished watching it.
Yeah, it's fucking real good.
Guess I'm playing that game now.
Yeah, I'm interested. And a lot of people were like positive about that, and it's like, you know, Pokemon on iOS is something I can feel really, really good about. That's like,
Don't you have to get that watch though?
They I don't think you need it, but it is an accessory that you can hook up to. It's like a little badge, like it looks like a gym leader badge on your wrist. I don't know what it is. Microsoft's shutting down Xbox Live Indie Games. Pour one out for Xbox Live Indie Games.
Oh.
How many game with zombies in it and the other 1,001 set? I don't know.
Yeah, and all of the guy that we had, Luke Schneider, we had him on this show. He made a bunch of really cool indie games. They're calling
what
it.
did he make?
He made what's it? Fireball, I think is what it's called, and they have like all weird one-word names. But there's one that I'll play like every now and again. I'll look it up. But they're calling it. They like. Did you see like they're using like this like phasing out word to describe what is like diversity to describe like getting rid of it slowly. But I don't know. I guess like the indie game marketplace has been a goddamn nightmare for a while now. Ever since I made a game with zombies in it. And hopefully, I mean, everyone can get their games published on Xbox One in a perfect world. So let's hope that sunsetting process. That's what they're calling it.
Oh yeah.
What a terrible way to phrase that. So let's hope, like, you know.
Did they open their Xbox Ones yet so everyone can make a game?
I think. I mean, they still have the ID at Xbox program. So Inferno, it's Radiant Games. Inferno, Gigatron. These are the games that Luke Schneider made. I'm trying to remember what the one that I really, really, really liked was, because Joe really liked Inferno, and I was more into like a game that came kind of a little bit after that. Fluid was another one.
No, Luca, no.
Yeah, that's what it was. Ballistic. That's what it's called.
I did like that game though. That was the dumbest game.
What was that?
No. It was just a cat trying to get I think some cereal or something like that.
That game was awesome.
It was-
No, Luca, no. Tony, what was the game that you and I really liked on Xbox Live Indie Games?
that dating sim game?
The dating
Oh
sim game?
shit! I can't remember what it's called.
Where you end up being a wizard most of the time?
I don't know. I still
had
own
a-
it.
it had-
I could turn on an Xbox 360 somewhere and figure out what it's called.
It had a great abbreviation.
I think I bought it for $2.
Yeah. And then you, me, and Greg played it.
Shit.
Yeah, that was great.
What show did we talk about that on? Now Machine. What was it? You probably know.
Give me a second, I'll find it. 'Cause I know.
Yeah.
I knew you would.
I'll go into the next news story. Apple announced a new Apple TV coming this October.
Yay!
Yeah, which has it was kind of a lot of people speculated it would happen. It's going to have an app store in it, so you'll be able to play games on your TV. And the remote has like a touchpad on it, so you can turn it on the side and play games. The demo, they gave a few demos of games in the App Store. One of them was Crossy Road. Crossy Road?
No.
But you could play multiplayer Crossy Road on your TV.
All right.
And it was pretty good.
If it's pretty
Nope.
good.
Don't die dateless dummy.
Don't
That's it.
die dateless,
No.
dummy. Yes.
The 4Ds.
The 4Ds.
D4.
Yeah, the original D4.
Knew we got that from somewhere.
What a great fucking game.
What? No.
It was terrible.
What a shitty fucking game.
It was like maybe 15 minutes long.
Alex and Scott plays.
Yeah, that's it. That's gonna be. That's
But
what.
you guys did make me play that game. I was like,
No, we're gonna do a let's play of
Man.
it, Scott. We're gonna go back.
There were some shitty times when I was playing Xbox 360, and that was one of them.
God, don't die dateless, dummy. Are any of you interested in the new Apple TV stuff? Do you think it's gonna go the way of the Ouya?
It's gonna be just like
No.
PlayStation TV, Vita TV.
Yeah, it'll be the Vita TV all over. Go ahead, Nabishin.
No, it's just going to be its own thing. Like Apple TV is successful as a TV device, so it's just going to be something for streaming. I don't think it's like that's the thing about the Ouya and stuff like that. It was just pretty much just for that one thing, playing Android games on your TV, and who wants to do that? But like, as long as it has other functionality, it'll be fine.
Yeah, I agree. I think the other functionality will save it from the way of the Ouya. The way of the dodo has now become the way of the Ouya. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like I don't think that. I think like that app store is going to not be very popular for games though. Like I think it'll have a popular thing and then just die off really quickly. But that doesn't mean you can't do like non-video game apps on that thing that are cool. So I'm
More
curious.
than likely, it'll just be your phone as the controller. So
Yeah,
that's
you
all.
can. The Crossy Road example was them using their phone as the controller. So, yeah, I don't know. Persona 5. Oh, go ahead.
I was just thinking, like, remember when they put like a game like we used to put games like Mega Man 2 on the iOS and just put like that fucking virtual D-pad on there. That was I bought that game.
Goddamn worst. My brother's been playing
Terrible.
Final Fantasy 7 that way on his iPad though, and he loves it. So, some people like it. Persona 5 is coming to TGS on September 19th. We mentioned that earlier. Do you guys have any speculation, guesses? I'm curious. So here we are in September.
no.
Do any of you think that game is still coming out this year in North America?
I'd say like
they're head shaking happening.
super late December,
Like December 20th.
like December 29th.
Like December, January 1st.
Like December, January 1st, yeah. Nabishin.
It's like I've been saying, like Atlas is always like the company that does like special editions and shit like that. So like considering that they still haven't announced anything as far as like what comes with the game itself, I don't think it's gonna come out anytime soon because they at least need like 3 months of like promotion or whatever. So
Yeah, I think it comes out in Japan this year, but in December in Japan this year. But I don't think it comes out here this year. But I think I wrote a piece about it. My speculation is that it comes out in North America and Europe at the same time or in the same week.
That makes sense.
I think that's what they want to happen, and that's why they're not talking about it. They want to make sure they can get that ready to go. I think they'll
get
announce
shit together with Europe for real. 'Cause
Yeah.
they get it so late that it's
It's really
terrible.
not fair.
Yeah.
But luckily, like PS4s aren't region locked, so If they could just import it if they wanted to. Mark Griffiths, we've told, will make sure we'll get him a copy, in some capacity. If the release dates are months apart. Yeah, I think we'll get a release date though, and I think they're going to detail the social link system, but they're still not going to tell us that much because I think they want to keep the mystery alive. Keep it alive, right, Scott? You want to just clang those ice cubes together as loudly as humanly possible?
He's like, nope, I'm eating them.
Did you put both those cubes in your mouth and say,
All right, good luck talking on the show now.
"That's too cold for me"?
So, Scott.
Persona 5 speculation. Witcher 3 Hearts of Stone expansion, October 13th.
Man, fucking original name, Hearts of Stone.
Hearts of Stone. Wait, did you watch the trailer for that option?
Yeah.
I haven't. What's the premise? What's the rundown?
Pretty much you see that guy from the very beginning. You know the very first guy you asked about, like Yennefer? Like, you see him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he is just him coming back, and like he throws some shit to in your face, and you got like this weird just some weird stuff on your face, and like you have to like go through it, but like it looks really cool though. I can't wait.
Okay, yeah, I'm excited. Luckily it's coming out in October, so I don't think I'm playing anything in October. It's November. That's the fucking crazy one.
Metal Gear.
Man, October
Well, I'll
is
be playing Metal Gear. Yeah.
October is when you just hang out and get ready.
Well, yeah, Scott and I will be playing
Bunker down.
Zelda.
Triforce.
Heroes.
I'll probably play that.
And I guess Tony.
I guess.
Dark Souls.
Hey, I want to be the top of the totem.
Whatever. I'll be the middle. I'll be the B.
I want to be on top.
I'll be the B in our human centipede totem.
No, I don't. Why do you have to bring that up?
Dark Souls 3 is coming out in Japan March 14th. So probably in North America not too long after that. I guess April. But Scott's just giving me this weird fucking look. I don't know. Have they said anything about North America in Amazon?
No, but like if you look where compared to like the releases with the West, and it's usually the same time for especially since it's so popular in the West now. So it's like if anything, it'll be like a week later or a week before even, since it's so successful over here.
Yeah. Cool. I'm excited for that game. I'm excited for like next year because then we'll be like past all these video games coming out, and probably Persona will be coming out, and then I can just dig into that and just not talk to anyone. Yeah. Uncharted got a release date. It's in March. I don't know if we talked about it. Uncharted
That was
4.
last week, but yes.
Yeah, that was last week. There wasn't like too much news worth talking about last week, but there is going to be a single player DLC for Uncharted 4, which is news. Sounds cool. I'm excited for that. Naughty Dog does good single player DLC, as we've learned. So, remember that Jack 3 DLC? No, never happened. One more again. Jebediah. Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem is coming to Japan December 26th. I'm so jealous. That game,
Right?
like, the idea of that game seems amazing.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's got like idol anime, high school girls, and Fire Emblem in it, and it's like, cool, man. I'm set. I'll just play that and never talk to anyone again. All right, Scott, you're done chewing. Okay, we can get to the Kingdom Hearts news then.
Tales
All right,
of
see you guys
Hysteria
in
comes out
like
in
10
October.
minutes.
What?
Tales of Hysteria comes out in October.
That's right. That's a game I'll play. That's like it, though, right?
While also playing, you will refuse to
Yoshi's
talk to
Woolly
anybody
World.
doing so.
Oh yeah, Yoshi! Fucking finally. That's
Rock
end
Band
of
4,
October.
Guitar Hero Live, Halo 5 Guardians, Assassin's Creed Syndicate. That's everything.
I had a moment
Uncharted.
2 weeks ago where I was like, man, Assassin's Creed is coming out again this year, and I couldn't care less.
Right?
Like,
Man, remember when that game was going to be a trilogy?
I was I was excited for Unity, and just like, everything that happened with it. Like, I could not be more on the opposite end of that fence now. And the same with like Call of Duty, I guess. Like, I was just like, man, those yearly franchises I'm so done with at this point. So Scott's super stoked about it. Okay, let's talk about Kingdom Hearts because we're getting into murky waters here. Sorry, Tony. Bye. So this all came from a LinkedIn post, right, Nabishin?
Yes.
So the game designer from Osaka updated their public LinkedIn pages to list that they were working on Kingdom Hearts 3, and also a game called Kingdom Hearts 2.9. That's it. Just Kingdom Hearts 2.9. Game idea planning, documentation, game check and balance, boss planning, yada, yada, yada. So weird, ambiguous stuff. And this was for like 10 months. And that's literally all we know about this Kingdom Hearts 2.9. Jared actually was the one that sent Nabish and I the link about this. We haven't heard anything about it. There was news that at E3 2015, Kingdom Hearts 2.9 was going to be announced or something, because it showed up on a Square Enix Presents schedule screen, but they took it down. And there were also rumors after that it had been canceled. But that's it. That's all we know. Kingdom Hearts 2.9. Think about it, Scott.
Maybe it's the second part of Birth by Sleep?
Yeah, it's Birth by Sleep Volume 2. Finally here! No, my guess would be this is like the PS4, Xbox One package of Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, everything in the middle, and 3D on current gen consoles. I mean, that's all it could be. And that way they could get Dream Drop Distance out there for other people to play. Mm-hmm. And then everything would be available on Xbox One, so Xbox players would be able to play it.
But it's not coming on Xbox One, though.
This wouldn't be coming out on Xbox One?
No, the 2.9 is PS3 and this PS4.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It said PS3, PS4.
That's what makes it weird.
Which would be weird that it's PS3 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, like, that's it. That's all we know.
Some people say, like, this, like, as a theory or whatever, is that it might be, like, kind of like that Final Fantasy 15 demo. Basically that. So it's like a prologue before the actual game comes out.
Yeah. I don't know if they do that, though. I mean, I heard stuff about, like, how the game's... Kingdom Hearts 3 has basically been in development for about 2.5 years now. Right. So it's got maybe about a year left. So it makes sense that it would come out in 2017. And, like, I think it'll hit that date. I think it is in, like, full development right now. So, like, just being at that stage after this long is, like, that's all it really needed was to just get going, and then it would be fine. I don't think it's, like, a complicated mess of switching engines and not actually knowing what the game would end up being, like Final Fantasy 15.
Like I've always been saying, like,
the game just hasn't been in development.
Yeah, they were saying, like, after Final Fantasy 15 was done, or Versus 13 at the time, like, that's when they started Kingdom Hearts 3. They said that from the very beginning. So.
Yeah, and, like, Nomura was taken off that project, so there's a new director of that game, and that's going to come out next year. So, like, Kingdom Hearts 3 will... I think it's going to come out soon. Like, not... By soon, I mean, like, within the next 2 years, but... I don't know. This would make sense as a game to come out next year, I think, because Kingdom Hearts 3, I doubt, will come out next year. Even though it's more likely now that I know that kind of information that it would, but I still think they would just hold it. Like, they would just wait and make sure it's good when it comes out. So, I don't know. 2.9. If it is everything packaged together or a prologue, those are the only options that make sense. But, God, that's a terrible name. Oh my God, terrible. Is that worse than Dream Drop Distance? 2.9? 2.9.
Yep.
Come on, man, Dream Drop Distance. So.
Dream Drop Distance is pretty bad.
Just so you can have a 3D
we went to
on
New
it.
York for that shit,
We did go to New York,
and we didn't get it.
God, man, we did get a nice lunch with Rob.
We did do that.
There will always be a silver lining to that trip.
Yeah. Now she ate pancakes.
Now she ate pancakes and Mexican food.
Yeah, it was really weird.
That was really fun.
Heard they were good pancakes though.
Let's do it again. Let's do that for Kingdom Hearts 3. Let's just go to New York.
All right.
Go to a GameStop.
I'm down. Sure.
We should do something.
Force Rob to have lunch with you guys.
Yeah,
Get
Robert
Justin
here.
down here with us.
get Justin. We'll do something for Kingdom Hearts 3 launch.
I still won't care.
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, whatever. I have to keep all you people from like killing yourselves over
Over-
liking it too much.
Over Riku, and you'll be like our medical, our evac.
Be like, hey boys, it's time to stop fanboying. Every time you see his chest.
Any thoughts on the multiplayer for Kingdom Hearts 3?
Oh, is there multiplayer?
Is it like COD?
Yes. Is it anything like COD?
They just hand everybody rifles.
Sora's like, how do I use this? Shoots down on the face.
It's just they suddenly instead of keyblades, they all have gun blades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
that's
it's supposed to be a chainsaw.
that's canon. It was supposed to be a chainsaw. What's the details on the multiplayer?
Nothing. This is like this is multiplayer planning and documentation.
I think that would be really good. Like the reason it wasn't good on Birth by Sleep is because it was on PSP.
Whatever, man. I made that shit work. I had to get that
I could
100%. I had to get that 100%, and it was fine.
Yeah, I mean, like, if I could have done it, I would have enjoyed it in Birth by Sleep. I think, yeah, that'd be fun. I can imagine just playing with your friends, like,
Get that ad hoc party. Had to turn on a PS3. Had to put it into the Ethernet, and then you had to use that wireless shit so you could just get people off the internet.
hell yeah,
Man.
No. God, John, that sounds
Man.
so terrible.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, if there was co-op, I think that would be fun in Kingdom Hearts. I would probably prefer it to be just like a separate co-op mode, or just like a drop-in, drop-out, so it just doesn't affect the experience. But yeah, like an arena would be fun. Like if it's on a console where it's like,
That's if it was anything, I hope it would be an arena, like Coliseum style.
yeah, if like you could do, if there were like special Coliseum tournaments that you could do multiplayer only, that are like they're not important, but they're just fun. That'd be awesome. We would do that.
Yeah, I mean, the way Birth by Sleep did it was like just have up to 3 people go against like pretty much a boss character. So it's doable. It's not that hard.
I mean,
Yeah.
at the same time, they could just be like, "Hey, look, we have multiplayer game. Kingdom Hearts 3 is multiplayer. Then throw us a card game."
Yeah, it's a card game. It's just fucking Rechain of Memories 2.
Or you put back that multiplayer. No, I mean the Mario Party, that watered down multiplayer Mario Party they had in Birth by Sleep.
Yeah. What if it's just the command board? No, but they'd call it like something stupid like Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories 2.7 or something fucking terrible. And we'd have to live with it. No, yeah, I hope I don't want to say I hope, because I honestly don't care one way or the other. But if there's multiplayer in Kingdom Hearts 3, that'd be fun. I bet I would have fun with that. Totem up. You know what I'm
I need
saying?
to get that platinum.
Gotta get that platinum.
I need to play Big Kingdom Hearts again, the first one.
Yeah.
That's the only one I can get a platinum one because I can't do it in 2.
You can't do it. You can't.
Yeah,
Man,
I'll
I did
never
the
live
hard.
it down.
I did like the hard. I think the hardest thing is still gonna be beating the data guys and everything.
Oh, I bet.
So like I've done the hardest part. Just fucking gummy ship and beating on proud mode. Like that's literally all I have left.
Yeah, well, you don't even have to do it on critical mode.
Oh no, I have to do it on critical mode. Sorry, I've beaten it on proud mode. I did the hard stuff on hard
You
mode.
can
Are you proud?
You
I'm
can
very-
you can do critical mode.
Yeah, it's gonna take some time. Is the thing.
Yeah, and you need the game back.
Yeah.
You know
You're-
what they should?
you're
You know
fine.
what they should do for Kingdom Hearts 3?
What?
They should name the difficulties easy, medium, and hard.
Well, it's standard, proud, and critical.
Yeah, that's so,
And there's-
that's so dumb.
there's no easy mode.
It's beginner.
And beginner.
They
Yeah.
have beginner, standard.
So very
proud,
easy.
I
critical.
thought I had either mini
Or
or
you
too.
can, you can name it Alex, and then easy,
No.
and then medium, and then Scott.
Yeah, call it Alex and Scott modes. Let's take a peek into the mail sack. Super chill. Scott, you want to get a little bit more up on that mic for me? Little too much. We got an email from Justin. He says, "What is down, everyone?" Because he thinks he's so fucking cute. Because what is up is so yesterday, he says in parentheses. So the holidays are sort of kind of coming up. Halloween is next, and I can almost already hear the Christmas music being played in a store near you. So I got 1.5 questions for you based on those 2 holidays. 1. Have you seen the Krampus trailer? Oh my, OMG. I believe that might be my Christmas watching movie. If you've not seen it before, you answer the next question. You must go watch it and let all your listeners hear that trailer and reactions live. Well, that's not going to happen. So, question 2. The answer is no. Have any of us seen the Krampus trailer?
No.
Question 2. Halloween
That was half.
equals spooky stuff. Well, I think that was the first one was the half one. Tell me a ghost story that happened to you. I can tell you one that happened to me 2 weeks ago. I will try and keep it short, which, as we know with Justin, impossible.
Nope.
One night, I was sleeping and woke up in a jolt. I was fully awake. I go to grab my phone and check what time it was. Only 40 minutes passed since falling asleep. I look at the end of my bed, and floating in the air, in Ju-on fashion,
What fashion is that?
I don't know,
All right.
J-U, not J-E-W, was a bundle of black hair that I could actually see moving.
What even is Jew-on fashion?
Get your Ju-on fashion! I also noticed while staring at it, it had a couple of strands of red, like actual red hair in it. And I was watching it slowly starting to float away over to the other side of my room and disappeared into the wall. I still have no idea what it was or why it was even there.
Say, should pick me, bitch.
You should have picked me! And it was something I will never forget. That is all, guys. Stay spooky and stay good, for goodness sake. Your king. Thank you, Justin.
He didn't even sign off. He just said, "You're king."
Your king, period, at the end. You see the Ju-on thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's an anime I might have watched. Tony changed it in the Google Doc to J-E-W on. Do you guys have any ghost stories? So I like
This what just happened right now.
yeah the creepy Ju-on.
Yeah. Scary. Too spooky for me.
I have a condition. I guess it's not necessarily a condition. I think it's linked to my insomnia, where they call it like. I'm trying to think of what it is.
Gone home basement room. Never forget.
Gone home basement
It's
room.
so spooky.
It is
man.
really scary. I was scared that something was gonna pop out to me then, but it's like aroused, like something arousal, and it's when you wake up, but your mind, like the part of your mind that dreams, is still half there.
I'm 10 years old. I was thinking aroused as erection, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. When I read it, I thought it was funny as well.
So Alex woke up and had boner.
But me a boner, yeah. No, but when you wake up, no, it's like pre-arousal or something. So it sounds very. Anyway, provocative. When you wake up, part of your mind is still dreaming, so you'll see things that you'll hallucinate, basically. So I would used to wake up and see like things coming at me, or like bugs and spiders crawling all over the walls, and I would freak out.
Sounds like fun.
I woke up one time and I saw a bunch of stuff, and I got out of my bed,
shit.
and I ran into my bathroom and closed the door and like was freaking out. And then like when you start waking up more and more, you kind of like realize, oh, that wasn't real. It's fucking scary.
Sounds fun.
So like hopefully
What I thought you were gonna do is say is that thing where you wake up but your body is still in dream state.
sleep paralysis.
So you can't move.
Yeah, sleep paralysis is terrifying.
When you wake up and Rise's there, and then she slowly fades away.
Sleep paralysis has only happened to me like once or twice, and that is scary. Yeah, so like that's happened to me before. I'm better about it now because I know, because I'll keep my eyes closed a little bit longer and I'll open them. I'll see shit that I know is not real, and I'll say it's not real. It's not real. It's not real. And
Someone turn my fan off again.
It'll slowly.
My worst nightmare.
It pulls the nightmares away.
I'll see shit that's like I see there, and it'll just like slowly fade away, like out of existence, and it's super freaky, but it's kind of cool at the same time. So there's a ghost story, I guess. Scott, do you have a ghost story? No, I don't like ghosts, man.
Yeah.
I'll fuck with that shit. Tony, I'm sure you've got a ghost story.
I told you.
Waking up with your fan turn on. This Ju-on. You wake up with Dan Abaddon staring over.
God.
That's my fantasy.
It was. No, it's only my fantasy if it's teenage angst, Dan.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Whatever, Dad.
I broke my banana girlfriend.
Nothing.
Spooky stuff. I don't know.
There was this time when I was playing D&D, we were fighting skeletons, and the dungeon master played the spooky, scary skeleton song on loop for 45 minutes.
All right.
There's a ghost story for you. Spooky, scary skeletons.
For
Nabashin?
some reason, I vaguely remember something like this happening, so you must have told me about it.
Nabashin?
Not really, dude. Never really been in a situation. Any situation like that, really.
Yeah.
No? No?
There you go, Justin.
No, she don't have nightmares.
Yeah, nightmares are for pussies, just like
I don't remember my dreams, so it's not even a thing, really.
I've
like this one time, like I had a dream where like I didn't have any arms and didn't have any legs. And then I remember that part from Harry Potter 5 or whatever. It was like, my son, my boy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. That was a weird dream.
that is a fucked up dream.
Yeah.
That'll stick with you. I've been having such like weird, crazy, vivid dreams recently. I started a dream diary, and yeah, it's fucked up.
In this one specific nightmare, Chie killed the shit out of Rise, and I was really upset.
Mark Griffiths, who's watching, he wanted to know if any of us are getting Xenoblade.
Maybe?
No,
Probably
No.
not.
I couldn't give a shit about that game.
So 2 no's, a maybe, and Nabashin.
No.
3 no's and a maybe.
Who said maybe?
I did.
I
Why?
don't even have a Wii U
Yeah. I'll get a Wii U for that game.
for Xenoblade
For that
Chronicles
game.
X.
No, more for Mario Maker.
Okay,
But, you know.
that makes sense.
I've been thinking about it.
Okay. Thank you, Justin, for the email. Even though we had no response for you, we still love
Maybe
you.
I'll just wait for the next Nintendo console.
The NX? Throw up your X's! Come on! At least it was AX, I guess. Where are my Google voicemail? There we are. We have a voicemail from our good friend Silver PR. Luckily, it's just one this time.
7 voicemails, just one for every day.
Is this going to play?
We are here with my kid. So you listen babbling, you know it's my kid. Hi,
kid.
To talk about this week. Pretty much, I just want to talk about the fighting game community event, First Attack 2015, that happened in San Juan, Puerto Rico, the one that I was going to.
Thanks for
It
your
was an
tweets,
awesome
Silver.
event. Tournaments were great. The hype was present, and I had the chance to play a shit ton of Street Fighter V, and actually met Peter Rosas, aka Combo Fiend, in person, and had a little chat with him. He was a very, very, nice person. Also, a lot of the guys that, I watched his streams throughout the years, like Chris G, EGK Brad, Infiltration, if you shit not, it's a very approachable person for a South Korean, if you can't believe that. And he did win the Ultra Street Fighter 4 tournament. It was an epic finals.
Sorry. This was worth
Also
stopping. Justin tweeted at Nabshan and myself saying that Ju-on is a horror movie that was called The Grudge in North America.
Oh.
There you go. Get your Ju-on with The Grudge.
Why didn't you tweet it at me? How dare you?
He knows you don't check Twitter.
I do, though. I
Also,
just don't tweet a lot.
He didn't hyphenate it.
He did.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
I promise if you at me with something, I see it. Like, immediately.
Yeah, it's like Scott. He'll see it.
I also, check Twitter, a couple times.
A decade.
No.
Yes.
Like a couple times a week. Like, maybe 12 or 13 times a week. A couple.
The Ultimate Marvel's Capcom 3, that was intense. I hope Team Spooky. Then also I met Team Spooky guys. Can put it on their YouTube channel. It's out there. I visited it. I want to say my opinion about Rashid and the U.S. Character that was revealed. it's okay. New characters are great. I mean, there's no
Looks
perfect
fucking
roster
dope.
for everybody out there, so it's okay that they, people complain and whatnot. I find it a very interesting character. Very smart from Capcom, posting this stuff on Saturday, September 12th, although it was announced on September 11th in Dubai. So the people that are just complaining about Arab character being announced on September 11th, hey guys, we never forget, but seriously, it's been 14 years. Stop with this xenophobic bullshit.
Yeah. Preach, my friend.
Just saying. I mean, I'm okay with it. I mean, the first Arabian player seems Owen Borna, Karna, something like that. Oh, Jesus, what did I pronounce? From the EX series. And, it's cool. So, yeah. That's pretty much about me, guys. I'm just going to keep playing with my son here that's just doing a lot of shit noise, if you can hear it.
We
So,
can't,
yeah.
don't worry.
Without further ado, guys, have a fun one. So we are signing out. And just for you, Navashin, happy Saturday. I love you guys. Bye-bye.
That was weird.
It literally amazes me how people just make those connections just like so fast. It's just like,
Yeah. It's like the
Yeah,
first thing for a lot of people, too.
I know, and it's like, never mind. I don't want to say this on here.
Okay. You don't have to. I agree with Silver PR, though. It's kind of like you're jumping to this kind of xenophobic mentality. And like I say with like a lot of social issues, because, of issues in society, those are kind of the ones that I'm most invested in. It's good that we talk about it and have discussions about it and bring it up, but like you're also...
You don't need to go overboard about it.
Yeah, you don't... By like begrudgingly bringing it up into a conversation or being accusatory about it, like you're not actually benefiting the conversation. You are just reestablishing a problem. And it's just like there is a way to broach a subject, bring it up, and like have a great discussion out of it.
Yeah.
And this is not it. So
And to be completely honest, September 11th is not worldwide. It kind of is, but it kind of isn't. So like a Japanese company made something, and it's like, oh, okay, well, we'll put out this date, and it's like, you could bring it up and say, oh, they'll say, oh, I'm sorry, we didn't, I'm sorry, this wasn't here, so we don't really know, so we're sorry, and that's all that really needs to be said, if anything at all. So
yeah, it's like it is something that drastically affected the United States and its allies, but like we gotta remember, but not like scrutinize over everything. And it's like I'm not like being disrespectful to anyone who was involved in that. It's just like just don't always jump to the worst conclusion.
Yes,
that's
please.
like the message at the end of it is just don't assume that this was some kind of intentional thing to upset people, because that's not helping anyone. So there you go.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles though last year, fuck them.
That shit offensive. That's it. That's the mail sack. I hope you're ready, Tony. We're almost
Super ready.
Um,
The first one's not going to be that great, but then you'll know what to do for the next one.
Okay. You can contact us in a variety of ways, just like Justin and Silver VR did. You can leave us a voicemail at 404-590-1337. Standard long-distance fees do apply. You can send us an email, mailsack@irrationalpassions.com, and you can comment live on YouTube, youtube.com/
I don't know why you would.
Irrational
You can.
Passions. Yeah, you could.
Could.
Follow each of us. Follow each of us on Twitter. I gotta start speaking slower. I'm at AlFighter27. Scott is at WhatTechuz. Nobshin's at NabeShin186. Tony's at Tony Horvath, all one word.
Yep.
All one word is not in the name.
It should be.
It should be. Tony
But,
Horvath, all one word.
only the first part should be all one word, and the rest should have spaces.
Yeah. Underscores, of course. Some other stuff. Rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. Go follow the website on Twitter at IrrationalPod. Go to VGUva.com. Check out the awesome podcast network that we are a part of. Interactive Distractions just did a big Metal Gear Solid 5 retrospective that I sent a voicemail into. I don't know if you sent anything into that, Nobshin.
No.
But that's going to be up soon. That's going to be awesome. Go to our YouTube page, youtube.com/IrrationalPassions. I'm almost done Paper Mario. This is the last week, so the Tuesday that you're hearing it, there's only 3 episodes left.
But let's be real. When did you actually finish Paper Mario?
Fuck, man, I finished it in June. Like
3 months ago.
So it was a long playthrough. And Brant's playing Donkey Kong 64.
Wait,
and
who wins at the end? Did you win?
Donkey Kong 64?
No.
Of
Mario.
Mario.
Did you win?
I can't disclose that.
Okay. Did the game win? You just quit?
It was not a game or die situation, so luckily that wasn't on the table.
Tales of Hearts.
Yeah, Tales of Hearts is coming. Maybe we should just do that, Tony. Maybe we should play Tales of Hearts. No, that'd make too much sense.
Yeah. We gotta play the weird JRPG about idols.
Yeah. Tell your friends. Word of mouth is the best way to spread the love. And follow the check out the website, I should say. IrrationalPassions.com. So,
Yep.
Monthly Passions is going to be up soon.
Yo, we gotta get into that game. We gotta win that game.
If we can't let that game beat us.
Nope.
We have to beat it.
We gotta beat that game.
Oh my god, you named it. Here we are at the end of the show. Normally we have a closing topic that is a little off topic, maybe not about video games or just something different. And today Tony wanted to do the closing topic, or we thrust it upon him. It's called Tony's Baloney.
Nope, that's not the name.
Tony's Bologna.
We are changing it. We are changing it from here on out.
Okay, it is no longer called Tony's Baloney. Correction. Tony, what is it called? Are you typing it in right now? Netflix and chill.
So,
Oh my god. All right, that's actually perfect.
Welcome to Netflix and Chill.
Okay, are we gonna Netflix and chill?
We can.
All right, let me take off my pants. Okay.
No, we're gonna talk about.
Do you have any music? Should I be looking something up?
We can. That'll come later.
Yeah, let me know and I'll add it to my
Sure.
YouTube favorites.
So basically, what we're gonna for this first one, we can just talk about whatever you've been stupid thing you've been watching. It can be from any video thing. It could be like a Twitch streamer.
Okay.
Or like a YouTube video, or if you like a TV show recently, you've been watching some specific anime, whatever. This is the space where we talk about things that we've been watching that are not can be game related, but not specifically a video game on a screen.
Yeah, but not necessarily Netflix either.
It could. I mean, if it's on Netflix, fucking shout that shit out.
If it's super chill,
if you can use that when you're Netflix and chilling.
Okay.
Yeah,
the thing because I haven't been watching too much stuff. Because Metal Gear,
Yeah.
but the OC, but mostly I watch Game Grumps every day.
Mm-hmm.
So the fucking King's Quest playthrough.
Yep,
Have you been watching that?
Yeah. That's all three of us here.
Yeah. So you guys, have you watched the other King's Quest playthroughs that they've done?
I've seen highlights from them.
Okay, so like Danny,
I should.
as an '80s baby, he loved the Sierra games. So he played all the King's Quest games, all the Space Quest games, all the Leisure Suit Larry games up to a point.
I love how we converted Scott to a Game Grumps fan.
Yeah, you're lovely.
No.
Very lovely.
So lovely.
So Danny was like unendingly excited about the new King's Quest and the kind of
Yeah, they talked about it on one of their Q&A panels.
Yeah, it's probably the TX one.
I don't fucking know.
So they actually got to go to Sierra to see the game before it came out, and they saw it again at E3. So the Danny and Ross playing Sierra games is like a Game Grumps kind of staple for like longtime fans, and it's just been beautiful to watch them. Kind of like this is Danny's first playthrough, and it's just been super fun to see them figure it out and have fun. Mm-hmm. And like that King's Quest game is actually very much a King's Quest game.
Yeah.
Having watched the other playthroughs, so it's cool. It's good to hear that you guys have been watching that as well.
Have you Netflix and chilled with the Giant Bomb crew when they were playing Mario Party yet?
No, how
You
good?
really need to,
Okay.
dude.
I watched Giant Bomb guys GB East play Until Dawn,
Oh yeah.
and I started part 2 of that. Have you watched that, Nobshin?
I'm on part 2 right now.
Okay, I just got 14 minutes into part 2, and then I had to go do errands today.
I've watched
So good.
one YouTuber play like 14 minutes of Until Dawn.
You should
And,
say
Don't
that.
save it. Save
Yeah,
it.
save it for Extra Life
Okay.
because we're gonna play through it.
Sure.
We're gonna finish it too.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. But I've seen like one like major decision thing, so I'll ask you about it like later or something.
Okay.
And you can tell me how important that thing actually ended up being.
Okay.
So
Scott, have you been Netflix and
have
chilling?
you Netflix and chill at all?
Not really. Not really.
This is also
the King's Quest. The King's Quest is the big thing because I started that this week.
Mm-hmm.
Finished it this week.
Yeah, I'm excited for them to do another session of it. So
yeah.
I think they're almost to the end of part 1 of King's Quest. So they're gonna be so pissed when they find out they come to this realization that they have to wait months for the next episode, probably, or at least a few weeks. Cool. So that's the main thing you've been watching.
That's pretty much it.
The
The other thing is, I know what the music should be for the segment.
What?
The Smork song. You know the
No,
very
no.
you know the
No,
very beginning.
does
where
not
it just,
fit.
Hold on. You know the very beginning where they just go, "Yep, nope." Cut that out. Loop that through the
Just
entire
loop
thing.
that for.
Yep.
I told you Scott liked that song.
I know. Tony showed me that after last week.
One thing we didn't do while we were playing Hearthstone is have Scott try Face Hunter. Damn it, we should have done that.
There's still time.
I got face hunted.
Yeah.
Namishin, what about you?
It's nothing much.
Oh,
Namishin,
Did the world just
you
collapse?
muted for some reason.
But I mean, that specific segment fits so well.
Hello?
Welcome
hey,
back.
Welcome back.
Hey, I didn't do anything.
Yeah, that was weird.
Fuck you, Google. Goggle.
Nothing really. Like, just calling Rig Live every morning, or every time I get off work, I watch that every day. Yeah, just nothing really. Like, I guess I've been watching more old Angry Joe reviews because I just enjoy his entertainment. It's seriously some of the best things on YouTube for me. It's just like entertaining front to be in. I watched that fucking Destiny review again just because it was. It's just really really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's on YouTube right now, and Gym Position every Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing really popping for me, right?
Muted again.
Weird.
I don't know. Maybe it's hearing me typing. I don't know.
Maybe.
Did they still do that?
I don't think so, but it was muting us earlier for weird reasons. Cool. Tony, chill. Netflix and chill with us to close this out.
So I've been watching way too much Hearthstone. Basically, that's basically it. I watched that, and there's this really cool streamer. He's already like super popular, so like whatever. It's not like go watch this guy now because needs viewers. But Soda Poppin's been pretty awesome. I've been watching him a lot. Scott knows about this guy because the people who we play games with always talk about this guy.
Always.
Cool.
Yeah, but he plays a lot of funny
Too
games.
much.
Like I've been watching him play.
Too much.
Yeah, I've been watching him play Party Hard all week.
Okay.
And that game's it lives up to what
Brand said it would.
what Brand said about it.
Yeah.
So
Party Hard's pretty cool.
yeah, it's pretty cool. You party pretty hard.
Yeah, you kill a lot of people in
And,
that game.
I was pretty excited to share Gate with Scott this week, and I think Scott thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
What's it about?
It's so what it,
Is it Stargate?
No.
Think all your video game fantasy worlds that are also Japanese. Just
like elves and shit.
there's a gate into that world.
Okay.
They're like, the fuck is this?
Awesome.
And then they march into
basically,
there
like,
with tanks and guns.
Yeah, so what happened in the first episode is like it's the main character is trying to go to a manga convention. 'Cause
Hentai
he's-
convention. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Yes, actually.
Yep.
He's
I know how subtext works.
yeah. So yeah, he's going there, and then a little girl notices like you can see through it.
Big
but
fat dildo
it looks
sticking
like
out
a
of his
weird
pocket.
like ancient Roman type architecture structure in the middle of the street, and then it like actually shows up, and then dragons with dudes flying on them fly out of it, and then like basically a fantasy army with like pigs that have daggers and like in knights and all that shit come through, and they try and fight like and kill the civilians and stuff. So then a couple weeks later, after like the police and then everything repel that attack, they get like this. It's called the Japanese Special Defense Force, and they send them through the gate.
The
as they've
JSDD,
called it.
yes.
Yeah. They send them through the gate to explore this new world that has been opened to them.
Sounds dope.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Give me some elves. Do it. Cool.
Yeah, then send a cannon at them.
Yeah. I mean, that's cash. It's cash behavior. Cool. Well, there's your Netflix and chilling.
Yeah, so
That's fun.
there you go. It's also a safe space if you actually like Netflix and chill with someone and want to talk about it. You can talk about it during Netflix and chill.
I'll let you know the next time I Netflix and chill with Ethan. Netflix and chill is probably one of my favorite new memes.
There you go.
It's so good. I brought it up yesterday. That's why it was on my mind today. Well, that's the show. I hope you liked our little off-topic closing topic.
We'll do it every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Talk about other media.
Other media. That's the show. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Danny Wiesner, for our opening music of Two Player Co-op and our closing music of The World is Saved. Go check that out, dannywiesner.bandcamp.com, if you want to purchase that music. I would super appreciate it, and I know he would too. Anything else I'm forgetting?
Titles?
Well, I mean, we're not there yet, but...
I'm just excited. I read these earlier and I started cracking up.
Okay. Oh, wow, there are a lot, too. All right, cool. Then thank you, Tony. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Nabishin, as always, for joining me. And I've been Alex O'Neill. Play your games. Stay irrational. We'll talk to you all next week. Titles. You want to lean in over here, Scott?
So we got The Dark Side of Ben Affleck's Penis.
Yes!
Greg is real life Daffy Duck.
Yeah.
Copper Gear. Face Stuff. Do It.
Do it.
Huh?
Huh?
Filthy Casual Mode. $1 1 hour. I don't play much PS4. 100 hours of hours. That will cost $1 North America, please. That's a lot of fish. Toss those potions. Screw Pokemon. It's all about Digimon. D4. Don't die dateless dummy. Human Centipede Totem. COD multiplayer in Kingdom Hearts. Get your Ju-on fashion. My worst nightmare. Someone turned my fan off. And Netflix and chill.
All right. It's got to be get your Ju-on fashion or Netflix and chill. I kind of want Netflix and chill just because of the idea of Netflix and chill.
Yeah.
I am obsessed with. It's fucking hilarious.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
So what is like? Is there like an actual meme of this?
So like
It's from what, like, the easiest way for me to explain it and you just to understand what everything about this is, it is a line that some people have taken to using on programs like Tinder when they want to easily start a conversation with someone when both of them just want to fuck each other.
yeah, it's like you want to Netflix and chill.
Wink.
As in, we'll turn on Netflix and then fuck each other.
Yeah.
And then the response to that is like a bunch of dudes just sitting by themselves staring at a TV with the caption that says "When she actually went to Netflix and chill."
Yeah.
And it's incredible. What do you like, Nabishin?
Get your Ju-on passion, I guess.
Okay, Scott.
Netflix and chill.
Looks like they got a winner.
Okay. You two want to do the title?
Okay.
You can pick who does what. Okay. It's 244.
This is Irrational Fashion Podcast, episode 244.
It's time to Netflix and chill.
Oh yeah.
That's so gross. Don't put that in.
Yeah, I gotta put that in. You can stop recording, Nabishin.
Because I think it'd be so much better if it was like the Rational Fashion Podcast episode 244. It's time to Netflix and chill. Cue title music. You know, press start. No, don't do that. I think you'll ruin it.
Thank you, video viewers. Love you guys. I did see your comments, even if I didn't read all of them. But I read the ones that are relevant. So
Damn.
Send more better comments, bitches.
no, that's not what I said.
I feel like. Never mind. I'm just gonna stop talking.
Okay, bye.